EMT. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups.
Razor B on this track.
Yeah.
Baby mama terrorist. BMT. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. Riding around, trying to play the role, Miss Innocent with an evil soul. In public, wearing fake halos. Behind closed doors, she rocked them horns. I moved on, she wanna teach me a lesson. Can't see my kids, man, I'm stressing. Couldn't see my son to give me his present. She got married to teach me a lesson. Telling people she did nothing wrong. Knowing that well since I moved on. Thought that money would keep me home. Hell no, bitch, I'm gone. I don't know what you lost your mind. Try to say my name, but I know your kind. Saying I'm a deadbeat, bitch, you lying. Fighting in court, man, I'm trying to be a father to my kids. She focus on the wrong shit, worried about another being instead of us co-parenting. Put my kids in grown folks' business, telling them lies, bitch, you wicked. Split personality, oh yeah, you twisted. Never thought I'd go through this. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups.
All stand, please. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. This honorable court now stands adjourned, signed, aye. God save the state and this honorable court.
Yeah. Man, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. You may be seated in this motherfucker. Shout out to the baby mama Terry's Bounty Hunters. I'm your host, Mr. Palmer. And today I want to talk about a father, a 33-year-old father from Virginia was murdered by a simp enforcer. The ex-wife's, it was his ex-wife's new boyfriend simp enforcer. Yep, at a custody exchange in Virginia in front of the police. This happened last week. Of course, it ain't hit no major media. It was on the news, online. I looked on YouTube and I only seen like 1 or 2 videos talking about this situation, and that was on the news. I didn't see nothing, nobody talking about what had happened to this man. And all he was doing was dropping off his daughter. So this simp enforcer X'd the man out in front of his daughter and right in front of the police station. Ex-wife sitting in the car. You can't make this shit up. And for those who don't know what a simp enforcer is a term that I created. A simp enforcer is the ones who I consider a man's downfall, because these are the ones who will go against you when you call out the fuckery that these baby mama terrorists do. See, regardless of what a baby mama terrorist do, she is never wrong. Not with them. These simple forces are the ones that will go out and kill another man. All because the baby mama terrorist says so. All because the baby mama terrorist put it in the head that he's a piece of shit. You know, the dad. He's a piece of shit. He's garbage. He did all these things. And now he hates that man. Don't know him. Not trying to know him. So he want to come in and take over and by any means necessary, X the man out the picture. Just like a lot of these simple forces who talk about y'all who call out the fuckery of modern women. Them are simple forces. They will never go against the code. That's why I say the majority of these simple forces did not have a father. Majority of these dudes are raised by a baby mama terrorist that chose single motherism. These simple forces are the ones that set you up for failure. See, you got men and you got so-called men. So-called men to me is the men who were born to be men, but they're not men. They're reactors. They're not thinkers. They're emotional. They easy to be misled when it comes to their piece shit ass mama and any other piece shit woman. These are the ones that would die, risk their life for a motherfucker don't deserve to be saved, protected, or shield. But they'll kill you. Just look at all these fake black pros that said they would kill another black man for their lovely queens. Even these white knights, white boys will do the same thing. They will be a male feminist. They'll kill their own brother for their out carrying baby mama terrorist queen. So that's in all races. And all they gotta do is holler victim, me too, and here they come to save the day. You know how they did on Mickey Mouse.
Here I come to save the day.
See, a simple forcer is the worst simp of them all because they will go all out to destroy you men and your livelihood. How many of y'all who have a child by a baby mama terrorist and she's in a relationship or a new husband and you ain't kicked no shit off with him, you ain't caused no havoc with him, all you trying to do is be a father to your child, and this dude is interfering with you even trying to be a father. You can't make this shit up.
I can't see you.
Wrong one. And the baby mama terrorist is manipulating this man that you's a piece of shit, you abused her, you hit your kid and everything else. So now you go pick up your child. This dude want to kick shit off or text your phone, call you up, confront you and all this shit, threats and shit like that. How many of y'all can relate to that? Because I know you can. It was a brother on here said that he had to protect himself, and luckily he didn't go to jail because dude pulled out a pistol and he had his and he shot his ass up. He didn't kill him, but he defended himself, and the DA dropped the charges. And hell yeah, job well done, my brother. You have to be careful with a simple forcer, because also a simple forcer will turn around and X out that baby mama terrorist. See, that's the thing that they don't realize. See, you send him up for failure, you send him off, and now he realized he's getting played because while you send him do all the dirty work, you out there with the next dude, and he finds out that you was sending his ass off. So what'd he do? He kill you, kill your child, and then possibly kill himself. So that's what I'm saying. A simple forcer is like a hit squad for the baby mama terrorists. So that's why I call them the simple force, because they would go all out to defend them. And y'all seen this, and you still see it today. Like I said, a lot of these fake pro-blacks that come out here talking about, I love black women, and the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, but they not married. They got multiple kids, and they having sex with these motherfuckers, and they call him a modern and the king and all that shit. But somebody like us that tell the truth and say, hey, this ain't right, and this what she did, XYZ, they say you hate your own kind, you hate black women, and if you broke, just say so. Yeah. So I definitely want y'all to know who this brother is. His name is Stuart D. Jeffries. That's his name. And the reason why I want y'all to know who he is, because there's so many fathers who's been X'd out by a simple forcer. Whether it's the boyfriend, whether it's the father, because sometimes you have baby mama tell to get their father to do it. It was a case with this white brother that was killed by the father-in-law, the ex-father-in-law, and he was getting his children for the first time. And y'all know I talked about this sometime last year, and he went to go pick up his kids who he thought he was gonna pick up, and the father-in-law came out and murdered him. I believe this was in Idaho, and I talked about that last year. So we're gonna talk about this story, Charles D. Jeffries, and we're gonna talk about a couple of other fathers who was murdered by a simple enforcer. Because I need y'all to realize that this shit is real, and white, black, blue, or green, they will X you out because of a baby mama terrorist. So y'all need to know what's going on, because again, they didn't put this all on the news, all on social media. It might have been locally, but you don't know nothing about this unless you live in Virginia. And the brother you see in the thumbnail, that's who he is. I just had it up here, and for some reason it was deleted. So let me pull it right back up. I appreciate y'all. Oh, here you go. I appreciate y'all tuning in, definitely. And we had a good show yesterday doing the highlights and the reenactment. It was funny, man. It was definitely funny. I got two. I'm gonna show this one. I got two articles, so I'm gonna be reading from the article. This is the brother right here. This happened. Well, it looked like Chesterfield County. I guess that's Virginia. Yeah, Chesterfield County, Virginia. Okay, a Richmond family. So maybe it's Richmond, Virginia. I don't know who these two people is. Hopefully we'll find out. But I'm gonna read and you can just go along. Let me make the page, make it a little bigger. Everybody's tuned in. Please hit the like button. And if you're new, please subscribe. This is gonna be some real talk, and I will open up. The panel, because we need to talk about this, because I know y'all got some stories where you had to deal with some type of simp enforcer, whether it's the family, whether it's the brother, whether it's the boyfriend or the new husband or whatever, and even any ladies that had to deal with the baby mama terrorists while you supporting your husband or your significant other or son or whoever. Let's get this thing started. Now, one child has no father. Richmond family crushed after man is killed during custody exchange. At a custody exchange. Now, this was posted January the 17th, 2022. For people that's thinking it's something old, but this been going on for a long time as well. But like again, people are not gonna talk about this. This was updated January 26th. Chesterfield County, Virginia, WRIC. A Richmond family is heartbroken after their 33-year-old father, brother, son, and cousin was killed in a shooting Saturday night in the parking lot of the Appomattox police station in Chester. Family told 8 News the man's 8-year-old daughter witnessed the shooting. Can you imagine your daughter, 8, 9? I don't care how old the baby is, but can you imagine your son or your daughter witnessing her mother's boyfriend or her stepfather Xing out you? I cannot imagine that. Now, I didn't know this. I did not know she was 8 years old. I didn't know what age she was. 8-year-old witnessing her father getting murdered by her mother's simp enforcer boyfriend. Now, Stuart Jeffries, I don't know why I said Charles. I apologize. His name's Stuart Jeffries. Stuart D. Jeffries. I said Charles. I don't know where I got that from. Stuart Jeffries, a Richmond native, was pronounced dead at the scene after being shot around 6:30 p.m. In that parking lot Sunday. An on-duty officer was sitting in the station parking lot at the time of the shooting and heard the gunshots when it rang out. Police found a suspect who was identified as 44-year-old Corey D. Goodson. Ain't nothing good about this motherfucker. Corey D. Goodson, Sr., and took him into custody at the scene. This is him right here. I can't make it bigger, but this is the piece of shit right here. This is the 44-year-old Corey D. Goodson. And ain't nothing good about him. And just to let y'all know, he was the new boyfriend. So he was new. So it wasn't like he was in a relationship with this woman for years and shit like that. This was the new boyfriend. Goodson of the 6100 block of Marina Point Lane in Richmond was arrested and charged with second-degree murder and use of a firearm in the commission of a felony in relation to the shooting. So, commission of a felony, that means he has an F on his report card. And for those who don't know what F on your report card, that means you got a felony on your record. Because, you know, that's what we call it in Chicago. And maybe other cities call it that. But we call it an F on a report card, meaning you got an F on your record, which is felony. So he shouldn't have had a handgun in the first place. So they charged him with second-degree murder and use of a firearm, commission of a felony in relation to the shooting. Let's continue. Through tears, Jeffrey's sister, Ty Jeffries, said her brother was her heart, her first friend, and the best brother anyone could ask for. It's unbelievable. It's unreal. She said about the loss of her big brother. She said Stuart, or as most knew him, Stu, was at the police station beating his ex-wife to exchange custody of his 8-year-old daughter when the shooting happened. So this was a man who was married to this baby mama terrorist, father, like she baby mama terrorist. He did it the right way, because a lot of people say marry before you carry it and all that jive. So this was his ex-wife, and he was meeting them. He met them at the police station. This ain't happened in front of her house. This ain't happened in front of his house. This happened at the police station. And he was dropping off his 8-year-old daughter to her. My brother was a loving dad. He was a loving brother. He was a loving son. All he wanted to do was work and take care of his child. She cried. Now, no child has no father. Ty Jeffries said Goodson, the suspect charged in the case, was the new boyfriend of Jeffries' ex-wife. She said he is usually never present at a custody exchange between Jeffries and his ex-wife, but this time he was. I just don't get it, Ty Jeffries said. Oh, I get it. Now, I want y'all to take heed what the sister said. She said usually he's never present at the custody exchange between Jeffries and the ex-wife. Why all of a sudden is this man at this custody exchange? Now, we can only come with assumptions, but I think we come with the right assumptions. If I've been dropping off my daughter to the mother every week, every other weekend, however it is, once a week, whatever, and all of a sudden you got the boyfriend, then there must have been some shit going on. It must have been some issues going on, maybe between him and his ex-wife, or maybe there wasn't no issues going on with him and his ex-wife when they do the custody drop-off. Maybe you have one that hate the man more than they love their child. So what they do, they come home telling the boyfriend or the new husband or the new boyfriend, yeah, this dude, I can't stand him. He's a piece of shit. He shouldn't have to get our child because I do everything. He only pay this. He only do that. He's just doing this shit because he hates me. He want to hurt me, and I'm a victim. You know how they go like this, y'all.
How dare you do this to me? How do you live with yourself?
So then you have Simp Enforcer that's getting mad, feels some type of way. He's not a thinker. He's a reactor. So he say, you know what? I'll come out there and handle that. See, a baby mama Tess can manipulate you to hate him just as much as she does without telling him to go X him out the picture because she know who she dealing with. So since he's the type to be emotional, he's the type that jump to a bitch's defense and believe what a motherfucker say. No investigation, no finding out. He's the type that's gonna say, you know what? I'll take care of it. Don't even worry about it. Just let me come with you and don't even worry about it. And to be honest with you, she might be the baby mama Tess that I didn't want him to get killed. I just want him to get his ass whooped. But this is what I mean by these baby mama Tess reactors. They don't think, they don't give a fuck about you or your livelihood, man. This is why I tell you have to be careful with who she's dealing with or her family if they get in the picture when all you trying to do is be a father and they want to try to set you up for failure and all this. You have to be careful because this could happen to you. No lie. So I gotta read that part again because this is very interesting. Ty Jeffrey said Goodson, the suspect charged in the case, was the new boyfriend of Jeffrey's ex-wife. She said he is usually never present at a custody exchange between Jeffries and his ex-wife, but this time he was. I just don't get it. Ty Jeffrey said, I get it big time. I guess this is Stewart, and this is his sister, I believe. Okay. She said Jeffrey's 8-year-old daughter was in the car near where the shooting happened and witnessed the whole thing. In an interview with 8 News Monday, Ty Jeffries gave a message to her niece. I pray comfort on you and don't never forget nothing TT ever told you, she said. I'm sorry you had to go through that. I'm sorry you had to witness it. Jeffrey's cousin, Fred Lofton, spoke with 8 News Monday and said he didn't see Jeffries as his cousin, but more like his brother. He was a stand-up guy, a hard-working man, Lofton said. Lofton said it's ridiculous that a shooting happened at what is supposed to be a safe spot for a child exchange in the police station parking lot. Let me explain something to you. When it comes to a baby mama terrorist, it's never a such thing as a safe spot. You can't never ever snooze when you're dealing with a baby mama terrorist. You can't never say, well, I'm in front of my house, so we good. She ain't gonna do shit. You can't say that because you met the baby mama terrorist at the police station that is necessary good. Yeah, maybe she won't cause no havoc, but she got the hoe ass nigga in the back. And that's the sad part about it. A lot of people say, well, you talk about these baby mama terrorists, you don't talk about these piece of shit ass men. Who you think I'm talking about when I mention simping forces? These piece of shit ass men. See, so, and like I said again, this dude has never been at no custody exchange. Why was he there that day? Why? To me, that's a setup. But the tripped out part about it, but I'll wait till I read this. He says, get back to where we was. Ty Jeffrey said her brother worked for Pepsi. He just got his CDL license recently and loved kickboxing. Oh, he loved kickboxing. So, I don't know if the new Simpson Force boyfriend knew he knew kickboxing. I guess he said, well, I'm not going to fight because this dude going to beat my ass. He do kickboxing. So, I think what I better do is just X him out the picture. It could be different factors. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. This brother, because y'all say, you know, black men don't work, black men weak, black men ain't got shit. This brother worked for Pepsi, and he just got his CDL. And now he won't be able to use that CDL, continue being a father for his child because of some simp enforcer that a baby mama terrorist used, as far as I'm concerned, to end his life. Let me continue. That was my sanity. That was what kept me together. I feel so empty. I feel so lost. I feel so mad. I feel so sad, Ty Jeffries cried, describing what her brother meant to her. She said the custody exchange didn't have to end in a shooting. It didn't have to go this far. All he wanted was his child, Ty Jeffries said. And a lot of fathers feel the same way. That's all they want. All they want to do is be around their kids. All they want to do is be a father. All they want to do is be a parent. But when you're dealing with a baby mama terrorist and an aid assist simp enforcer, they will try to sabotage that goal. They will try to destroy that situation. And I'm gonna say it again: any parent that try to sabotage the other parent of a fair relationship and divorce or whatever unjustly do not love their children. They hate the man more than they love their own children. Because if that's the case, and y'all can prove me wrong, if that's the case, then why would you want your child to be hurt? Why would you want your child to suffer? Why would you want your child have to go to therapy, have hate, because she sees her father get X'd out by the new boyfriend? You can't tell me no different that a baby mama tears or even a baby daddy tears that alienate the parent out the picture unjustly loves their children. I don't care how much you buy the child clothes, you buy them a Maserati, you give them $1 million in cash and everything else. They do not love their fucking children. Jeffrey's sister went on to say that what happened Sunday night is a lesson that anyone who may have to deal with a cussiest change should learn. This is why I talk about the shit I talk about, men and women. This is why I talk about it, because it's something that you need to learn. You need to arm yourselves. You need to protect yourselves at all costs. Save yourself, black men. Save yourself, white men. Save yourself, Latino men. Save yourself, Indian men. You need to save yourself, because this can happen to you at any time you trying to go pick up your daughter and son. Anytime you try to meet up on parenting. Anytime you just trying to be a parent, a father. Anytime you're trying to be in your child's life. This is what you got to go through. Being there from the police station is more safer than going to the person's house, but that don't mean that it's gonna that is not nothing gonna happen because of a simple force. He don't give a fuck, especially when running off his emotion, like these baby mama terrorists. They will do their evil deeds and regret it later, but it's too late. You sabotage somebody's livelihood. But let me continue. This is a story for everybody, she explained. This is an example that good things could go left, and it shouldn't go this far. Make everything about the child. At this point, it's not how you feel. It's not about whatever. It's about the child. See, a lot of these baby mama terrorists don't give a fuck about that. See, that's my child. See, he left us. See, he hurt us. He didn't want to be with us. See, I told you, not having your child and trying to alienate you out the picture, that's your kryptonite, y'all. The child is the kryptonite to hurt you men. That's the baby mama terrorist mechanism of power. And they know that. And again, it's two things that hurt a man. They money and assets, which is altogether money, assets, foundation, and they child. And when you take those two things away, they don't have nothing. They lost. That's why white men do the most suicide when it comes to alienation and child support. You can't make this shit up. And number two is Indian. That do the second most suicide based off alienation and child support. That's the problem with us in this day and age. It's never about the child. Majority of this shit is not about the child. Majority of this shit is to hurt the parent. And most parent who's a hurt are the fathers. But then when you finally realize for what it is, and you say, fuck it, I'm gonna wash my hands and move on because I'm gonna go to jail and holler today's the day. Or holler Christmas Eve and shit at the station. They say, let me just wash my hands and move on. Fuck you. I'll pay my child support and go about my business. Hopefully my child come back when they old enough and we can go from there. But then you say he's wrong, he's stupid, deadbeat, and he should have fought harder. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. Because either you're going to go to jail for murder or you're going to commit suicide. And either way, it's an L for the child. But let's finish. This shooting unfolded rapidly, and Officer Dean, at great personal risk, didn't hesitate to demonstrate a significant command bearing the verbal de-escalation techniques to bring a chaotic situation to order without any use of physical force, said Colonel Jeffrey S. Katz, Chief of Police. Officer Dean's courageous and decisive actions prevented further violence, protected bystanders, and eliminated any ongoing threats to our community. While saddened by this tragic loss of life, I'm very proud of him. Police continue to investigate whether Goodson was permitted to possess the firearm used in the shooting, and if not, how that firearm came to his possession. Yeah, that's a good thesis with that one. I want to give a shout out to Chief Rocker for the $20 donation. He says donating for that appearance on the Lapeef Network. IMHO. You should play that Title 4D presentation with Courtney, or the nurse comes on your show. Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. Talk about the Title 4D, what we talked about with that young lady in Minnesota. I think I will. I'll do a highlight on that to let you know. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it again as well, because I got new people coming in. Everybody can go all the way back to when I started. So I will. I'll put it in there, and we'll do that again, so y'all know how the Title 4D is full of shit. See, and I appreciate you, my brother. That need to definitely be out there. That definitely need to be out there. Remind people over. And that's why I say a lot of things over and over and over till it gets to your head for what it really is. Shout out to Hologram for the $3 donation. He said, so thanks to him, the kids follow this. And for what? For nothing. 100% right, brother. For nothing. For nothing. I think I got one more. I want to give a shout out to Ringside with LCD all the way in California. I'm hating on them because in California, I don't believe they're getting hit with snow like Illinois ass got. We got a foot of snow, and it's like 60 degrees, maybe 50, 70 degrees. I'm hating on you. But shout out to this brother for the $10 donation, and I appreciate you as always, my brother. Yeah, I'm hating. Anybody's out there in the South ain't getting hit with snow. Anybody's out there in California, Arizona, I hate you. I hate you. I hate your ass. I don't care. I'm hating. How dare y'all get good weather and I get a foot of snow and I had to shovel all that shit in the driveway. I can't sleep on the couch for the next 2 days. I gotta go back and shovel out there again. Shit. Now, this is a 2-minute YouTube video from the news talking about, let me make sure this is the right one. Yeah, it's the right one. I want you to see the YouTube video. It's only 2 minutes. Cause I told they want, man. If they want to, if the person on it was either Facebook or Instagram on my page, I would never saw this. That's why I appreciate y'all that send me stuff. And even though at times I ain't responded yet or I ain't checked it out yet, just give me time. I get so much stuff because this happens every day, all day. This has been going on, and God damn it, I do my best to try to put it out there. That's why sometimes if I can't do it on a live, then I'll put on Facebook or I'll put on Instagram, and in due time I'll be putting on a podcast. Yeah. So I want y'all to check this out. The man killed outside Chesterfield Police Station doing a custody exchange. Let's see if they say anything a little different when it comes to this.
Our top story tonight at 6, new information about a deadly shooting during a custody exchange and the man accused of murder in the case. I'm Candace Burns.
And I'm Leland Pender in for Bill tonight. Our Cameron Thompson is live to tell us what the victim's family says happened leading up to that murder. Cameron.
Yeah, and Leland, Candace, the family members telling us that the victim in this case was an awesome guy who was very pure-hearted, and police identifying that victim as 33-year-old Stuart Jeffries of Richmond. Police say he was here at this Chesterfield police station on West 100 Road for a custody exchange of his daughter in the station's parking lot. Now, the mother arrived with another man and the suspect, who is the suspect in this case. Now, after the exchange, police say that Jeffries and the...
I want y'all to see a good shot because it was smaller, whatever. This is the piece of shit that decided to be the SIP enforcer or the DEA SIP enforcer to go out and do this evil deed. And he's 44 years old. You would think that when you get older, you get more wiser. Actually, that's not necessarily true. It's based off how you raised. It's based off what you've been around. It's based off what you experience. But in this day and age, when you're dealing with a SIP enforcer, the only thing he know is protect these baby mama terrorists at all costs. This is the piece of shit simp enforcer that did the murder, But let's feel the news. I just want y'all to see this motherfucker's face very clearly, because this could have been one of you, man. This could have been your own father when he was coming to see you. This could have been your grandfather that was trying to see you. This could have been your oldest brother that was trying to see his child, and this happened to him. This could have been your cousin. This could have been your best friend. This could have been your coach. This could have been your favorite teacher. This could have been anybody that you can love. And the sad part about it is, people will say, you just hate women. You just hate yourself. You just broke. They don't give a fuck about no father getting killed. They're gonna say it is what it is. He must have did some domestic violence shit or something. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue this.
The suspect in this case. Now, after the exchange, police say that Jeffries and the suspect got into an altercation, and that's when Jeffries was shot. The suspect has been identified as 44-year-old Corey Goodson, also from Richmond. Neither the child nor the mother were hurt in all of this. Now, an arrest was made quickly because there was actually an on-duty police officer in his car in the parking lot when this all went down. They were not facing the exchange and responded when they heard that gunshot. Now, family members of Jeffries talked to us today, said that he was a hardworking man that was very family-oriented and that his daughter was his pride and joy.
Tonight, a family is without him, and not only did his daughter lose him, she lost so much more than that. It's like a family is suffering. Family suffering on both ends, because even though this guy did whatever he did, his family is suffering as well as my family suffering. It's just a tragedy.
Now, she said that their family suffering, and she said that his family suffering. And you know what? I have to agree. That other family suffering, because I'm sure he has a mother. I don't know if he have a father, but I'm sure he have relatives that don't want to see him go to jail. But unfortunately, when you're dealing with a simp enforcer, they will lose everything at all costs for these type of modern women, baby mama terrorists. They X out everything that they can lose from running off your emotion. This is why I say that we have to be thinkers and not reactors. We cannot run off our emotions, even though we feel it is as justified. And I ain't gonna lie, some of the things I hear, some of the things I went through, I felt it was justified. But I had to realize that if I go out there and X out a baby mama terrorist or a simp enforcer, I'm gonna go to jail, or I'm gonna be on the run for a lot of time. Yeah, I agree. Fuck his family. I agree. Fuck dude family. I agree to the fullest. The only reason why I'm just gonna keep it real, maybe, just maybe, he wasn't raised like that. Maybe, because I can't say all is because they're not raised like that. So I have to say maybe and give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, but yeah, I don't give a fuck about his family. No. His family, yeah. See, they could go to jail and see him once a month. See, they can call, or he can call them, collect, and still talk to them. He can probably sneak the phone in the jail cell and go on Facebook and shit. See, this man, his father, won't be able to reach out and touch someone. He won't be able to knock on the door. He won't be able to make a phone call. He won't be able to do a film on Facebook, because I tell y'all, yeah, if it's such thing as reincarnation, I ain't seen it. And also, once you're gone, you're gone. Now, if you come back when God returns and everything else, that's one thing. But humanly, you're gone. Ain't no coming back. Once you dead and gone, you don't see, you don't hear nothing. You see what I'm saying? And who want to die young because of dumb shit like this? So, yeah, I don't give a fuck about this dude Goodson. No, I do not. But I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt, because I can't say all raised him to be that way. I will say that they still get to see him, though. They just won't be able to see him outside. They won't be able to see him, face to face, unless you go to the jail and see him across a screen or a glass. But he'll still be able to be seen. And if he do 20 years, it might be a chance to get out early. Or it might be a chance he do the 20 years, he still get out. So he's still living. but this 33-year-old father isn't. But let's finish. I don't give a fuck. See, that's why I say keep them veins cold and have no mercy. Have no mercy on motherfuckers that do you wrong. You don't have no mercy on motherfuckers that do you bad, try to set you up a failure, fuck up your livelihood, fuck up your foundation. You don't do that. Now, does that mean have hate in your heart? Does that mean hate? Not at all. But you don't forget and you don't snooze. You don't allow no motherfucker to hurt you twice or set you up for kill twice. You don't allow that. No. You have no mercy on their ass. Let God have mercy on their soul. You don't have mercy on their soul. Man, woman, I don't care who it is. You do not. But let's finish this last 15 seconds.
As well as my family suffering. It's just a tragedy all the way around that could have been avoided. It should never have happened.
Now, Goodson faces second-degree murder and use of a firearm charges, currently being held without bond.
I'm J.B. Pritzker, and I've always said that I'll be a
That's my governor of Illinois. He all right, but that motherfucker actually mandated you gotta have that car to go everywhere now. But he's not really bad, but he's one of them demon rats though. But yeah, that's all they have the video. They don't have a lot of discussion talking about this. That's what I'm putting out here for y'all to understand that it's 2022. It's only been 1 month. We just now February, and I be goddamn. You hear about a father getting killed at a custody exchange. I want to give a shout out to Shadow Dog for the 999. He said, you inspired me to pick up the torch and carry on the fight because I, too, am going through this alienation. Fuck child support that I pay every month. Thank you for your voice, love from DC. Shout out to you, my brother. And yeah, here's the thing. I ain't never telling none of you fathers don't fight for your children. Not at all. What I'm telling you is keep your veins cold because you're going to go through a lot of heartache, bullshit with the judge, the system, the lawyers, the GAL, the social worker, all these motherfuckers. They all out to get you because they want you to have less time with your daughter and your son so they can turn around and get more money out of your pocket. And this baby mama Tara is going to do things to hurt you as well. Stay in your name, lie on you, call you a deadbeat, say you abused her, say you were touching the kids, all this different shit. And your family may go against you. Your best friend may go against you. People at your job may go against you. Because I told you, deadbeat is right over the word pedophile. So you just as worse to him, except just a little bit above. So this is why I do what I do. And you need to know what can happen when you go in that courtroom. So you can't say, well, you know, I'm going to go and fight because I know when I get there, I got my proof and the judge's going to go for what's right. The reality is that ain't how it go. And that's why I say, if you lose your livelihood, you spend all this money going to court, losing battle, wash your hands and walk away. Or it's getting to the point where you say, I'm going to exile somebody, wash your hands and walk away. Now you can fall back, get your mind in order, better yourself, do what you got to do, change lanes. And then you say, I'm ready to fight now. Or you may say, hey, you know what? I'm going to wait till my child get older and I'm going to wait till they reach out and be able to come see me. And we go from there. You do what you need fit to save yourselves, men. Don't fall for that bullshit where you should have fought harder. Fuck you. Because as you fight harder, the more you fight, the more you getting destroyed. And you don't even realize it because you and your emotions, you want to fight for your kid. You're supposed to. But unfortunately, it ain't how it works in this court system. They don't give a fuck if you've been in your child's life. They don't care if you planned your children. They don't care if you did it the right way. They don't care if you served her papers. They don't care if you put yourself on child support. It doesn't matter. They do not want you in the picture because it's a $51 billion business, if not more. So shout out to Shadow Dog. I'm glad you are picking up the torch to fight. But another thing we got to do as men, definitely, if you can't fight in that court system, you can fight out here. Tell your story, spread awareness, and let them know that, no, I want to be a father. But unfortunately, this court system, this baby mama tears, and whoever aid assisting them, sympathy force is not allowing me to. That's what you do. Shout out to you, my brother, and everybody else. Yeah, see, don't fall for this bullshit ass rhetoric that you a failure because you're not a failure. Yeah, you failed. And the reason why I say we failed because we fucked up with the wrong people, but that's life. So, but you're not a failure because if you're only a failure, you continue to go down a rabbit hole and entertain the bullshit and give up on your life. That's the worst thing you can do. Then you are a failure. But you failed, you live and learn, and you change so you don't let this happen again. You change the laws of your mind, fix yourself, build yourself, like I told y'all, and do what you need to do and go from there and teach others not to be in this type of situation. And as time go on, eventually people will really see who's really the quote unquote deadbeat piece of shit. Believe me, I know. So check this out. Them the only two things that they have on this brother. Now, I'm about to go to another situation. Now, of course, this ain't go on the news. I ain't seen it on YouTube. I ain't seen none of this. I seen it in an article. This happened, I believe, in Ohio. LaGrange Township, Ohio. And this happened January 31st. January 31st. Man dies in shooting after custody is changed. And LaGrange Township Sheriff's Office says. This was updated January 31st. This was posted at 2:01 p.m. I guess it's the photo where, here we go. On the bottom, it says a man was fatally shot following an altercation with his girlfriend's ex-boyfriend. So this seems to me a different situation. It seems like, I ain't read it all the way yet. It seems like the person that got killed was the boyfriend, and the ex-boyfriend is the father. Let's see. LaGrange Township, Ohio, and a real man died in a shooting that happened after a custody exchange Sunday in LaGrange Township, according to the Lorain County Sheriff's Office. Christopher S. Sayers, 24 years old, died in the shooting that happened around 8:35 p.m. in the 17000 block of Whitehead Road, the sheriff's office said in the news release. A man called 911 to report that Sayers had been shot in the stomach. He also notified dispatch that he believes Sayers had died, the release says. Paramedics, sheriff's deputies, and the LaGrange Township Fire Department arrived on the scene and administered aid to Sayers. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Sheriff's deputies learned Sayers and his ex-girlfriend had a child custody exchange earlier Sunday. Sayers was later involved in an altercation with the woman's current boyfriend. So they made it confused. So Sayers, because up here it says, the way it said it, like it was a new boyfriend, the way they said, where'd I get that from? So I guess he was the father. Because I'm thinking it was the one that killed him was the actual father. Sheriff deputies learned Sayers and his ex-girlfriend had a child. Okay. Maybe I was wrong, misread it. Okay, so it was. Let me see if I finish reading it. All right, let me finish. I got to the part about the dead on the scene. Sheriff's deputies learned Sayers and his ex-girlfriend had a child custody exchange earlier Sunday. So they already had the exchange Sunday. So from what it says, sheriff deputies learned Sayers and his ex-girlfriend had child custody exchange earlier Sunday. Sayers was later involved in an altercation with the woman's current boyfriend, which ended in a deadly shooting, the release says. The two men knew each other prior to the shooting, the release says. No charges have been filed in the case, the release says. The shooting remains under investigation. So no one has been charged. They don't even say nobody's been arrested. That's it. It was real quick, 1, 2, 3. And the two men knew each other. One of them dropped the child off or picked up the child earlier. And now it's altercation between the woman's current boyfriend, which, as far as I'm concerned, is a simp enforcer. See, this is what I'm talking about when I say you have to protect yourselves. This is why you have to watch out from a simp enforcer. A baby mama terrorist will definitely destroy your livelihood and set you for failure. But notice these baby mama terrorists have aid assistance. they don't really do it themselves. They just set up the blueprint. You know, they go to the courtroom and get the simple force of family court and these judges to look out for them. They go to these simple forces boyfriend and they do their evil deeds. They go to their family, their mother, and everybody else. They aid, assist these baby mama terrorists. So that's why I say these simple forces are worse than baby mama terrorists when it comes to us trying to be fathers. I want to give a shout out to Dead Set Anime for the $4.99. He's also in California, and I hate him because he's getting the good weather and I'm not. He says, keep letting them know of the dangers we face forever. Yeah. 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 So, as you see, this happened the 31st, y'all, or the 30th. That was just today, the 2nd, just happened a couple of days ago. The only thing about it is they not making a big stink about it. This is in Ohio. This wasn't. Oh, Dan said, I'm sorry. Dan said it's in Baltimore, so I can't hate him because it's a lot of snow out there, or it's cold out there. So I can't hate on Dan said. I thought you was in California, bro. We got to talk also, man. Yeah, I thought you was in Cali, man. No, that's JB that's in California. That's JB. All right, well, I can't hate on you then. So shout out to him up in Baltimore. He having it worse than me. I'm happy now. Shout out to Sarando for the $4.99. He said, I'm in Cali as well, Mr. Palmer, and the sun is shining ever so bright today. Hey, man, y'all can donate and talk about how bright and shiny it is. I don't care. Fuck y'all. Y'all no good, man. But that's all right, though. That's all right, though. Y'all come out here and I see y'all. I'm dumping y'all in the snow. Cows gang. But this situation right here happened a couple of days ago in Ohio. You see what I'm saying? Y'all have to realize this happens all the time. This happens often. It got to be a big ass situation, spectacle for it to be on the news. It may go on social media before it hit the news, but they're not talking about shit like this. This was just days ago. In December. I mean, January. Shit. Both of this shit happened in January. Wow. Can't make this shit up. So, now, I'm going to show y'all another one. And for you baby mama tears, the our Watermelon Nishas, our Keishas, our Quishas, baby mama terrorists that say that the white man don't have these problems. The white man want to be fathered. They alphas. They just pay their child support. Shut the fuck up. They don't have these problems. They don't whine and complain about child support. You know, because they do it all the right way. Well, I want you to know about a man by the name of Chad Reed from Texas. Because somebody in the chat just said Texas is freezing. It's freezing over tonight. My man O. And yes, this happened in Texas. I forgot what part of Texas. It wasn't Dallas. It wasn't Houston. But it was in Texas. And I did a story on this some months ago. Well, he went to go pick up his son. And the baby mama tells Al Karen said he wasn't here. He said why he wasn't here. I was supposed to pick him up. And she said because I didn't want to let him go yet. And he said, I don't give a shit. We filed the court order. And then here come the simp enforcer come out with a gun. Now, I'm going to tell you the unfortunate situation when it comes to this. I don't think dude's going to be charged. And it's obvious it was a setup. I don't think he's going to be charged because, and I'm going to tell y'all why. One reason why, when it comes to Texas law, you know, stand your ground is a motherfucker. See, and it was played right in their hands. I ain't heard them getting arrested yet. Excuse me. This happened last year. It happened months ago, but it was recent. I want y'all to see that video. I told you. Yeah. Yes, sir. You was right. Lubbock. I call it Lubbock. Might be Lubbock, but Lubbock, Texas. That's where it happened at. Thanks, Reggie. Because it's a while back. So much shit I be talking about. I can't remember exactly. Wait a minute. Yeah. And I talked about this on my YouTube channel, and I want y'all to check this out because everybody, again, white men don't have these problems. White men don't go through that. It's just you black men complaining, whining, hate women. Okay. I'll be happy to show you. Let me just find it. And you wonder why I say fuck child support. You wonder why I call out these baby mama terrorists, Al Karens, Al Senoritas, Al Zhang, and Al Chang, Al Walamel Nisha, and the rest of the gang. And you wonder why. Okay. I'm almost there. We're going to get it, man. Here we go. Is that yeah, well. I want to show the video I posted. You got the video. Let me see. And you wonder why you got men who can't take it anymore and then holler, today's the day. Okay, I want to show y'all the video that I post. I don't want y'all seeing the news. See, it's showing that one. That ain't what I want. Okay, here we go.
The property.
Where's my son?
This is from my Fuck Child Support Facebook. If y'all on Facebook, please subscribe. I got over 211,000 followers now. It's steady, it's slowly going up. I want y'all to watch this and take heed, because I'm telling y'all, no man is exempt from dealing with a baby mama terrorist or a simp enforcer. It's okay. It's Lubick. Oh, okay. It's pronounced Lubick. Okay, Lubick, Texas. Okay. Shout out to Perfect Blackness. He's from Chicago as well. And believe me, he knows all about, not necessarily a simp enforcer, but he knows about being falsely accused of shit 7 fucking times. You can't make this shit up. This man right here on the left is the father, Chad Reed. This piece of shit on the right, what the fuck is this dude's name? I forgot his name, but I call him Kano because he looked like Kano. Because when he killed Chad Reed, he literally stood there like Mortal Kombat Kano without putting up the heart. He put up his gun. You see what I'm saying? And this piece of shit right here that you see on the corner on the side is his ex-wife, Al Karen, the worst baby mama terrorist on the planet. And it was nothing to him. That's why I say it was obviously a setup. So I want y'all to check this out. It's going to show this is a different angle. Then it's going to go to the beginning of how it really happened. His wife was there and his stepson was there, 11-year-old stepson, and they both watched this man get X'd out the picture. This is the clip. Y'all want to see the full video of my commentary when I talk about this. This is why I tell y'all that all men can go through this. And I told you, white men go through this way more than us. David said it's called Lou Buck is the pronunciation. Some of the worst baby mama terrorists are from Texas. Oh, really? So I got to look it up and see how many blacks and whites out there. I always compare ethnicities population as well. I never heard of it. Lou Buck. Okay. Lou Buck, Texas. Okay. Either way, I'm from Cottage Grove. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But like I said, it don't change that a baby mama terrorist got the father killed. You can't make this shit up. Now, in this scene, you see him confronting. I'm going to tell you, this is why I say we got to be thinkers and not reactors. Yeah, watch the wife's reaction. Also, she didn't give a fuck. Job well done. This is why I do what I do. I understand people about you curse too much or you got a fuck child. You know how I feel about that.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Nope. Because you can do the shame tactics and the pointing fingers, but you cannot prove me wrong. So that's why I don't care. Somebody said LeBuck text. I don't know. And that's why I said Lou Big. I don't know, bro. Either way, it was in Texas, and the baby mama terrorist caused this man's demise. It was a setup, as far as I'm concerned. And you tell me if you feel the same way. Check this out. Let's get this thing started.
Stop the property.
Where's my son? I don't have a son.
Now, it went kind of quick. He basically tried to grab a gun. He wrestled around. He got off, shot him, bang, bang. But it was quick, but that's how it ended up. But you want to see it from the beginning now. You're going to see it from the beginning. Everybody that's in here, please hit the like button. That's one thing that is free. But I want y'all to check this out. Since y'all say, white men don't have problems. White men don't get X'd out by these sympathy forces. The sympathy forces, the worst sympathy forces are the white knights. Who you think the KKK was? Who you think the KKK was that was out here killing black men unjustly because some white out Karen say, me too. He looked at me, he touched me, he did it, and didn't do the shit. And what they do? Let's get them, Earl, and get in their motherfucking trucks and cars and go out there and kill that black man, kill that black child, tear up Rosewood, tear up all these independent black towns and cities and shit. They did. That's why I say these will never be second lineup to a black baby mama terrorist. These are the number one worst baby mama terrorists on the planet. And that's why feminism is at an all-time high. And that's why white men are the new niggas when it comes to family court. Yeah. So never think that the black woman is the worst of the worst. No matter how much you've been around them, raised by them, and baby mama terrorists, it don't matter. You can't never outdo the feminist Al Karras. They will always be runner up. I'll say that. Yeah, KKK, Nazi, they all the original simping forces. So that's why I say, that's why, for all I'm concerned, they going through all this shit now because you gave these bitches all the power. It's 80% white, 7% African American, other race 4.85, 2 or more 2.96. Okay, yep. So, and you know what? Before I play it on that note, I'm gonna let Denzel Washington speak for Malcolm X.
You've been had, you've been took, you've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Now, I told y'all, when it comes to this situation, as white, black men, and other ethnicities, we have to put our differences to the side for the better good. Worry about our bullshit issues another time and go against the bigger bullshit, the bigger sympathy force, which is government daddy, which is family court, which is these unlawful ass judges and everybody else. Now, that don't take away from the truth. And you know how I feel about the truth. I'm going to tell the truth regardless. Who feels offended and feels mad? What it is?
Truth is what it is.
Truth is what the fuck it is. So, like I said, we do still have to put our differences to the side for the better good. We still got to come together because this shit is hurting all men. But it don't take away the history of what we've been seeing and what's been always going on. The Me Too ain't started last 2 years. This shit started a long time ago with these Al Karras. They just wouldn't call Me Too. It was just he did this, he did that. It was he did it. That's what it was back then. But it's all equal to Me Too. So yeah, here's the video clip once again for the Kano if y'all want to click on it one day and check the whole thing. But I want y'all to check this out. It's 1 minute and 50 seconds. We already did 13 seconds. This is from the beginning. And I'm going to commentate and show you where Chad Reed, may he rest in peace, fucked up. This is why we have to be thinkers and not reactors, and why the sympathy force was able to do this and possibly get away with this shit. Let's get this going now.
Get off of my property.
Now, he came over there. I thought it was some place they live in. This is his ex-wife's business. And I guess the simp boyfriend was there helping on. Well, we know why he was there. So he's talking to the wife, asking, where's my kids? Well, because he's supposed to pick up. Well, he had one of his sons. He picked him up, right? He was picking up his youngest son. And he was asking, where my son? Dude said, get off my property. Now, technically, if somebody is on your property and you tell him to get off and he don't move, you have the right to get this motherfucker off your property. And a lot of people actually believe that if he's on your porch, that's your property. Your land is your property too. So if he's in your grass, he's on your steps, that's your property. It ain't necessary. Well, let me put it like this. In Illinois, when it comes to self-defense, if he's in your grass or on your porch, that's your property. Not necessarily he got to be all the way up in your door. Now, maybe certain states say, well, no, he ain't on your doorstep. In Illinois, that's you have, because Illinois got stand your ground, but none like Florida, none like Texas, but they have a portion of stand your ground allowed in Illinois, believe it or not. I had to look it up myself. And if they on your property, your grass, your dirt, your land is your property. He told him to get off the property. Unfortunately, you have to get off that property. When you're dealing with a state like Texas or Florida that has stand your ground law, that person don't have to have a gun. He has the right to shoot. He has the right to defend himself. He has the right to X you out the way. Unfortunately, even though it's bullshit, even though he's coming to get his son, and the baby mama Terrence Al Cannon is bullshitting, you still have to follow that law. You should have left. What he should have did, he should have left, went to the car, called the police, let them come, and I know they're going to say it's a civil matter, blah, 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 but you make a report, and then you possibly go back to court or whatever you need to do. And also maybe make a case on the police if he don't do nothing about it. Don't let them slide. So, my man O said it's legal in Texas. Everybody can have a gun without a license. Oh, see, there you go. That's where you get. There you go. But he told him to go off the property. He messed up because he stayed on the property. He should have let. I get it. You know, I'm here to get my son. Fuck what you talking about. I don't have nothing to do with you. You ain't the father. You ain't even the stepfather. You ain't shit. I get it. But we had to be thinkers and not reactors. You see what I'm saying? So let's finish. Now, dude go in the house or the property. Now he's finna talk to the Al Karen. Watch. I want y'all. This is real good.
I'll go get him. I'm supposed to have him at 3:15. And you're playing games telling me that I can pick him up at 6? I'm going to have him come. I already got the pump on the way to your mom's house.
I want you to hear what he said. He said that I was supposed to get him at 11 o'clock, and you playing games tomorrow, come get him at 6 o'clock. And he said something about he went over to her mother's house, and they said he wasn't there. So he's telling her, you playing these games. You know, these baby mama terrors is definitely playing games. You're supposed to get them on your, because they say follow the court order and all that shit. Follow the court order. And when you follow the court order, the baby mama terror still can do the fuckery and the bullshit. And when you go back to court, they talk their little shit, give a warning. You gotta go back like 7 damn times to finally get this judge to react. If it happens. Now, he's talking to his baby mama Tara. She talking about she didn't want to let him go yet. Wasn't no emergency. He wasn't in the hospital. He didn't get hurt. He wasn't in class or sports or anything else. She didn't want to follow the court order because she was gonna miss him. I want to give a shout out to Jackie for the $1.99. Said you can't reason with a simple force to just leave. 100%. Now, if he come out putting his hand on you, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. But let's hear that again.
I've already got the pump on the way to your mom's house. Because that's probably where he is. It's not when I'm done working. I get him at 3:15. I get him at 3:15. I don't care if you wanted to see him or not. I get him at 3:15.
I want you to hear what she said. He said, I thought he said he's supposed to give him 11 o'clock. He said he's supposed to give him at 3:15 in his court order. She said she wanted to see him. She didn't want him to take him. She wanted to see him. So that's what I'm saying, playing them games. And I'm sure most likely he get them every week, every weekend or every other weekend. You see that child every fucking day. And now all of a sudden you want to see him the day he want to go where he's supposed to get his son. That's why I say you got to be careful with these baby mama Ted. That's why she know what's going down. She know what the deal is. That's why she sent back. And when he step up, she bag up, playing victim. You see what I'm saying? And this dude went in there to get his rifle. I want you to hear that shit again. I got you. I want y'all to take heed to how these motherfuckers play game. It ain't just the black women. Nope. Let's continue.
3:15. I get him at 3:15. I don't care if you wanted to see him or not. I get him at 3:15. If you want to see him, you see him up until 3:15. You keep trying to keep my son from me. I'm fixing to drag you and Anne-Marie and everybody else into court.
Now, he said you keep preventing me from seeing my son. And you heard what he said? He said he is going to go to court against her and go to court against him. And here's the thing, y'all. If you're going to take her to court, if you're going to do some shit, stop telling the baby mama terrorists and her family and these civil forces, what are you going to do? You don't have to let them know heads up. You just do the shit. You don't tell them what you're gonna do. You just do it. All that telling what they're gonna do and all that shit for what? Don't even waste your time. That's what these baby mama tell. I'm gonna take you to child support. I'm gonna take you back. Let them do that. Most of goof ass. You don't do no shit like that. You there to get your son, like you say. You ain't following court orders. You know what I'm saying? But dude went in that crib when he told you to leave. Okay, you didn't leave, so you talking to her. But you don't tell her about no damn what you gonna do and I'm gonna sue this and I'm gonna sue that. Nah, you don't do none of that. You don't do none of that. But let's continue.
And everybody else in the court. I'm subpoenaing your mom. I'm subpoenaing Anne Marie. This is on video. I'm very leave. Do it. Right. You better fucking use it, motherfucker.
So now he ain't see before he had the gun. Kano, I'm gonna call him Kano. He was more calm to say get on my property and everything. But then now he go get his rifle. He come out. He say I got this on camera. Let it know it's getting recorded. So that means I'm finna set your ass up. I'm finna set your ass up and get away with shooting you. Get away with murder. So he cocked it back. He started talking loud, just like the police. Talking loud. I told you to get off my property, call him a motherfucker. This dude, the father, Chad Reed, basically did something that usually happens in the black community, and I'm sure it happens in all communities, but I only talk about what I grew up with, where Chad walked up in his face while he had a gun in his hand. He didn't give a fuck about him having a gun. He thought he was a fuck nigga. Use it. Do it. You ain't gonna do shit. And what he didn't realize, he was getting set up for failure. I want to give a shout out to Perfect Blackness for the $2 donation. He said, better to be alive than right. 100%. So we're gonna drop some knowledge today. So he walked up on him with the gun in his hand, touching him chest to chest, nose to nose. So let's see how you get tough though with that gun. I told you can't. That's like the police do that bullshit. They get tough with that gun. You know what I'm saying? When they trying to pull you over unjustly and fuck with you and shit. Give me a reason, ass nigga. You know, give me a reason. Give me a reason, ass nigga. But let's watch. See, he walked over to him. That was a threat right there. Let's continue.
Anne Marie is on video. I'm very leave. Do it. Right. You better fucking use it, motherfucker. God damn it, I'll take it from you and fucking call the police.
So now he's nose to nose. They probably spitting on each other. He's moving him, and he said, "I would take your shit." He said, "I would take your shit and use it on you." See, for those that don't know no better, because I'm a dumb nigga off Cottage Grove, if somebody got a gun and you on their property and you attempt to grab that gun, they have the right to shoot you. He touched you. You're a threat. Just like if you bump into your baby mama Tara, she could say, he hit me and I want him arrested for assault. And guess what? You will go to jail for an assault. Now, this dude did some shit that happened on 89th and Cottage Grove. I dare you to shoot. You ain't gonna shoot. You a bitch. I'll take your shit and use it on you. Now, like I say, and there's somebody over here, I guess the kid or whoever, is filming, saying I'm calling the police or whatever. The wife is the one filming them. And her 11-year-old son, which is a stepson or step grandson, is in the car. So let's continue.
Call 911. Call 911. Call 911.
So now, you just saw. He asked him, where's his son? I ain't no sense asking him that shit like he gonna tell you. He asked him, where is my son? So dude said, I don't know. He bagged up from the man, Chad Reed, the father, shot at the ground. That's warning number one. Actually, it's warning number 3. But I'm gonna just say this confrontation, that's warning number 1. He shot on the ground, meaning I'm not coming in intent to kill. I'm trying my best to diffuse the situation, but how is that when you came out your gun? But I'm just saying that's they gonna do that Me Too ride victim. I was trying to diffuse it by shooting at the ground. I didn't want to shoot him, sir, and all that shit. So let's continue.
Call 911.
See how quick that happened? Now, actually, I didn't see it. Maybe I skipped over it. He shot at the ground twice, actually. Now, here, I don't know why I just see it once. So, this time, he shot at the ground. He didn't shoot him. He shot at the ground. And then he actually did it twice. But on here, it sounded like once. And Chad decided to grab the gun. You done fucked up. All because this baby mama terrorist set him up for the simp enforcer to X him out the picture. You cannot make this shit up. So I want you to see that again. And you don't see the wife. You don't hear nothing. You don't hear that wife. Now you hear his wife saying, call the police and all that, diffuse whatever. Somebody, you hear the person over there in the corner that walked that came outside, say, try to, stop and go, leave, whatever. But that wife, ex-wife, baby mama tears out Karen, you don't hear say a goddamn thing. She just, yeah. Oh yeah, go with the flow. But before we continue, I want to give a shout out to my man Rogue once again for the $100 donation. He said, no baby mama tears and even the child isn't worth your life in this day and age. Wash your hands and keep trucking. Keep them veins sub-zero cold. You can't make this shit up. And on that, man, I'm going to let my man Clifford Stewart give you his blessing for the $100 donation.
Christmas Eve, and they're calling my lawyer for 2 payments, telling him there's a warrant going out for his arrest. Where does he live? I got a fucking apartment in the post office box because I don't have people bother me anymore.
Shout out to you, my brother. Appreciate you. You're always throwing that dollar, boy. Yep, poor Cliff. Let's finish. I want y'all to see that part again. Let's watch it.
Call 911. Call 911. Call 911. Call 911. Call 911. I have it on video, Kyle. You did it, not him.
I told all of y'all to leave.
We came to get his son.
He's not here.
She should have told that. She should have told that.
None of y'all should be here. None of.
Now look at this bitch right here. She's standing at the same spot on her phone, probably filming, and ain't giving a fuck. Ain't moved not one motherfucking step because she was waiting on the end game to happen. Yeah. So I'm gonna wind it back. Because I want you to see how he stand like Kano. And hear what he said. I told y'all to leave this property. I told y'all to leave. I warned y'all. So from these recordings, I'm telling you, when you're dealing with Texas or Florida, something like that, and he gave him warning shots, he told him to leave the property, he reached for the gun. I'm telling you, this man, this piece of shit ass civil force would not go to jail 9 times out of 10. People been doing petitions, people been on TikTok, the family, I've been posting it, but the reality is, and I know this, 9 times out of 10, he's not going to jail. He's not going to be, I don't even think he's going to be arrested. He ain't been arrested yet. And if he does, he's not going to go to jail. He's not. He's not. This was Al Karen, baby mama terrorist plan, and unfortunately, this father fell for the bait. And you heard what dude said. He said his kid, the kid ain't even here. So that's even worse. He wasn't even there. Set up to the max. Set up to the fucking max. I want to give a shout out to MPI for the $5 donation. He says, shooting people in front of their kids, just heartless. SN, you skipped my super chat. Oh, shout out to you, my brother. Yeah, if I skip y'all super chat, man, definitely let me know so I can go back and chat. I'm sorry, man. I'm just so into this, man. You know it ain't done on purpose. Yeah, he did. Shout out to MPI for the $5 donation. Also, he said, I'm on my way to Cali now, leaving the snow, ice, and rain behind. I shouldn't even had even put this up here, man. So now you talking shit about you being in Cali, finna go out to the sunny side and leaving the snow, and I'm here to be in the cold and shovel snow. You can't make this shit up. I hate you too. And you don't even live in Cali. You wanted me to look at this shit so I could read that you going to Cali too. Man, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you and all y'all that's in Cali. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. I saw Angry Man up in here, and I want to give a shout out to my man, the angry man. I did not email you. I've been busy, but I promise you, I'm gonna email you my number and everything as soon as I get off this motherfucker. I got you. And the angry man, shout out to the angry man for the 999. He said, "Damn, lit that boy up." Shout out to the angry man. He did, and he ain't going to jail. He ain't going to jail. He's not going to jail. He stood there like Kano. I'm telling you, on Mortal Kombat when he did his deed. He was proud. He was proud, boy. Look how he stand there. Like he turn around like Kano.
I have it on.
You see how he look? Then it's like Mortal Kombat. You know how they be sideways and doing like this? He turn around like this, like Kano. Before he put the heart up his shit when he do the fatality. I'm telling you, that's Kano. He knew what he did. Fatality wins. And then his wife talked about we was here to get the kid and y'all didn't tell us nothing. They don't give a fuck about that.
Video, Kyle. You did.
His name was Kyle something. Kyle something, but I call him Kano. But let's hear what this dude say. He said it. Nah, I told y'all not to come here.
I have it on video, Kyle. You did it, not him.
I told all of y'all to leave.
We came to get his son.
He's not here.
She should have told that. She should have told that.
None of y'all should be here. None of y'all should be here. I asked you to leave. I did everything. I did not want to do any of this.
See, that's the lie. He said he didn't want to do none of this. Oh, yeah, he did. Don't believe that he did not want to do it. He wanted to do it. But I'll tell you, he said, I told y'all to leave. I didn't want to do any of this. See, that's that victim shit. That's the play. You know, I shot twice at the ground. I gave him a warning. He grabbed my gun. I feared for my life. And I was take care of myself and others. You know, like the police do when they kill an unarmed black man. What they say? I fear for my safety. No different. So I'm just letting y'all know that 9 times out of 10, unfortunately, he ain't getting no time in jail. I'm telling you, because he played the game right. This baby mama Terrence played the game right. And this is a prime example of how these baby mama Terrence use their children as pawns. Shout out to Ringside with LCD for the $5 donation. He said, nope. He has a classic self-defense narrative and he'll serve no time. In fact, in Texas, he'll most likely be celebrated for this. 100% facts. They don't give a fuck about him trying to be a father. Yeah. No, they don't go tell you. And you wonder why I called him baby mama Terrence. And yes, no one is crying. Now, at the end of the video, his wife started crying. I ain't gonna lie, his wife started crying at the end of the video. But everybody else, nope. Nah. So what I'm gonna do? Can't no problems, Victor. Yeah. Lured him and knew. I told y'all. What I tell y'all, the two worst things that could destroy a man is their children and their livelihood, which is money, assets, foundation. That is any man's kryptonite. And that is a baby mama terrorist power mechanism. Yeah. And I'm being for real, like a Mortal Kombat fatality. No joke, no lie. I'm dead serious. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play it all the way through. I ain't gonna stop it, but I just wanted y'all to see that as I commentate this shit. And this motherfucker kept doing the same motherfucking shit. This motherfucker would not be charged. She would not be looked at. Unfortunately, now I'll tell you this, when this happened, the oldest son got wind of it. He said he would never, he said if his mama don't leave, because it was in the article, if his mama don't leave this dude alone, he would never forgive her again. And guess what she turned around and did before he thought he was going to get locked up? She married the motherfucker. She married him. She turned around and married this dude, Kyle. She married him like a week after, days after. It was something why they did it, something pertaining to the law, something pertaining to this situation. She married him. So now his two boys, Chad Reed's two boys, got him as a stepfather, and they got to be around both these motherfuckers. You can't make this shit up. And y'all motherfuckers tell me that I hate women and my mama black, I'm a deadbeat, I'm bitter, miserable, fuck child spit on my hat. I don't know no better. But again, you motherfuckers can't prove me wrong. This is why I put this shit out here. This is why I have no problem when a motherfucker come out and say today's the day. I don't condone it, but if it happens, I understand and I clap with a smile on my face because this happens all the time. The problem is you don't hear nothing about it because the media and the society is not gonna put it out there because it's just another father who's wasted by a baby mama terrorist in the civil force. Shout out to the angry man for 999 once again. He said, yo, that boy Kyle going for simp enforcer of the year. Yeah, he is the simp enforcer of the year of 2021 because it happened in the fall. I believe it happened in the fall. He said, slump that dude with the John Wayne, George Bush Jr. stance. Shake my head. Fucking ain't right. Shout out to the angry man. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. These motherfuckers want to make you look like the bad guy, the piece of shit, the deadbeats that don't want to be a father because you wash your hands and move on, or because you continue to fight, you continue to expose the bullshit that the court system these baby mama terrorists do. That's why I told y'all, keep your veins cold and have this mentality like Reverend X.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
And you continue to do what you do. Now I'm going to play this from the beginning because I want y'all to see it straight through.
On the property.
Where's my son? I don't have a son.
Her ex-husband has showed up.
Get off of my property. I'll go get him. I'm supposed to have him at 3:15. And you're playing games telling me that I can pick him up at 6? I'm going to have him come. I've already got the pump on the way to your mom's house. Because that's probably where he is. It's not when I'm done ordering. I get him at 3:15. I get him at 3:15. I don't care if you wanted to see him or not. I get him at 3:15. If you want to see him, you see him up until 3:15. You keep trying to keep my son from me. I'm fixing to drag you and Anne-Marie and everybody else into court. I'm subpoenaing your mom. I'm subpoenaing Anne-Marie. This is on video. I'm very glad. Leave! Do it. Right, you better fucking use it, motherfucker! God damn it, I'll take it from you and fucking
Call the police. Call 911. Call 911. Call 911. Call 911. Call 911. Call 911. I have it on video, Kyle. You did it, not him.
I told all of y'all to leave.
We came to get his son.
He's not here.
She should have told that. She should have told that.
None of y'all should be here. None of y'all should be here. I asked you to leave. I did everything. I did not want to do any of this.
Like I said, you can't make this shit up. And like I said, this motherfucker's not going to do no time. He's not going to jail. And that baby mama terrorist is going to have 100% sole custody forever. 100%. I got one more clip I want y'all to see. I talked about this too. I did a video on this. I forgot the brother. There's a white brother who was killed. Like I said, he was killed by the father and the ex-father-in-law simp enforcer. And it was obvious this was a setup. And didn't nobody go to jail. Let me see what's his name. His name was John Bass. I think it was John Bass or John Nash. Let me see. Let me find it. I gotta find a video. And she was calm. She didn't give a fuck. Oops. That's what I'm saying, man. I told you, no one is exempt. You got to watch out for all these baby mama terrorist types because they will set you up for failure. Is it Don? I think it's John Mass. John Mass. And this one right here, this was sad. I did it. I don't know if I can find it. I even got some of his family members on my that follows my Facebook page because and they did a documentary on him. He had 2 children and he was married, did it the right way. And he was murdered by his ex-father-in-law. The because of the failed divorce, the baby mama Tez Al Karen filed domestic violence, saying he was abusing the kids sexually and abused her. And he haven't seen his kids for years, and he was only able to see them once a week with a he had a with a what they call that, with under supervision. The children were so manipulated that when he see his kids, they would spit on him, disrespect them, they would hit him, and he just still go see him and deal with it. And he was fighting for years, and finally the judge saw, they finally, because they was egging on with this baby mama terrorist, and then finally they said he'd be able to see his kids for the first time without supervision, and he could take them home. But unfortunately, when he went to go see his children for the first time, his ex-wife father came out at the meeting spot and killed him. The children wasn't there. The mother wasn't there. The piece of shit, baby mama terrorist, was not there at all. I did a video on that a while back, and he was murdered by James Brashear. And it was planned. The father, but here's the thing, they put it on the father-in-law, the ex-father-in-law. That wasn't in 22. This was in 21. This is recent shit. This wasn't 2020. Nah, Anger Man, this was in 2021. See, the stuff I'm showing you is new, but I always go in the past too, because this ain't nothing that just started. But this happened around April of 2021. And I covered it on my page in the past and also on Facebook. And to the point where a couple of brothers who got Father's Rights movie did a documentary and everything on it. And I put it on my page. A lot of stuff I'm about to bring back to the forefront. This was very sad because this dude was ridiculed. He was accused of being a graper. He was accused of being a domestic violence, caused domestic violence of the wife. That was a lie. And the course was egging it on, allowing this shit to go on. I don't know what type of gun that was. That I don't know. And what the ex-father-in-law was willing to do, another civic forcer, he was willing to risk his life going to jail to X him out the picture so he had no ties with his children. So yeah, I told you, manipulate these baby mama terrorists, have civic force, whether it's the father, the boyfriend, the new boyfriend, the brother, whoever, civic forcer. He did it on purpose and said, I'd rather go to jail. He was 67 years old, the one who did it. He would rather go to jail than see this man alive being around them children. Now, I don't have the video on that. Like I said, the video is a documentary. It's a documentary that I posted on my page a while back. That'd be a whole nother
Stir. It's a new way to watch.
It's like an hour long. But like this was in North Dakota. This was in North Dakota when it happened. I think they got a little video we can watch. Okay, cool. I believe this. I want y'all. It's 3 minutes because I want y'all to let y'all know when people talking about it's just a black man problem. This is not just a black man problem. You don't hear too many. And even if you do hear about it, you don't hear too many black men getting murdered on custody exchanges, but it happens a lot. But it happens to white men more than it happens to us. So let's see if this is the actual video. If not, I'll just read the article.
In February of this year, a man was gunned down. Prosecutors say by
So this was in February. I thought it was in April. Forgive me.
his ex-father-in-law. The man from North Dakota was identified as John Mast. Mast later died at St. Joseph Regional Medical Center. The alleged shooter, James Brashear, told police he purposely went to Rosars to kill Mast, according to the affidavit of probable cause. Brashear is now facing a first-degree murder charge. Now, friends and family of John Mast gathered outside the Nez Perce County Courthouse this morning to honor him and also to bring awareness to an issue they say doesn't receive enough attention. Friday morning, friends and family of John Mast gathered in front of the Nez Perce County Courthouse to honor his memory and continue his fight against parental alienation.
This was his mission that was not completed, to further the cause of children being wronged. And
now this person right here, this is John Mast's father. He was raised with his mother and the father. This happened in North Dakota, but I believe they was from Idaho. And everybody used the hashtag I stand with John. Even I had it on my Facebook page. And I talked to a few people in his family on Facebook. But he was alienated for years with false allegations and all because of a failed divorce. Of course, he paid child support. They accused him of being a abuser to women and also abuser to his kids and also child molester. And all that shit was fucking lies, and they prolonged it for years. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue.
children being wronged and innocent parents being wronged.
Parental alienation is a process in which a child becomes estranged from their parent due to the psychological manipulation of the other parent.
It's part of their arsenal of hate and revenge, perhaps, to achieve their ends.
It's not perhaps, it's for anger and repercussion to set you up for failure. It's not perhaps. That's what they do. They use their child as a weapon, a pawn, a shield, a rocket launcher, anything to destroy you and them get over and take away your parenting, take away your livelihood. I told you, this is a weapon of mass destruction that these baby mama tears use to destroy you, and the court system allows it. So for all you motherfuckers that say, oh, it's just you black men, man, you don't pay child support, you want to whine and cry, well, then I'm going to whine and cry about shit like this and whine and cry about men who are being destroyed by civil forces and these baby mama tears in this unjust system. I'm going to keep whining and crying.
Bitch, fuck all y'all.
So, you know what I mean? So, and the fucked up part about it, you alienated, your kids hate you, and you don't see your kids, and you still got to pay this motherfucker. You basically paying her to destroy your fucking life. Yeah. Well, let's continue. Oh, I think I put it too far. Okay. Let's continue.
Wronged and innocent parents being wronged.
Parental alienation is a process in which a child becomes estranged from their parent due to the psychological manipulation of the other parent.
It's part of their arsenal of hate and revenge, perhaps, to achieve their ends.
No federal or state laws regulating parental alienation exist in the United States, but many believe the practice is child abuse.
Wait a minute, hold on. Did he say that they say they don't exist? Wait a minute, let me make sure I heard that correct. Let me make sure.
Parental alienation exists in the United States. Federal or state laws regulating parental alienation exist in the United States, but many believe the practice is child abuse.
It's part of their arsenal.
And yes, parent alienation, parent manipulation is a form of child abuse, because I told y'all, the worst thing you can do to a child is take away a child's innocence. Ain't no way a child should be in grown-up situations, grown-up affairs, shouldn't be no harm's way. These baby mama tears will put their children in harm's way by any means necessary to destroy you. They will use them as a shield, a weapon, a pawn, a rocket launcher. I'm telling you, I'm not lying. These motherfuckers do not love their children. They hate that man more than they love their own damn children. All because you got remarried, all because you moved on, all because you got divorced, all because y'all broke up, all because you got into a whole new marriage, all because he has a woman that looked better than her, all because she has a natural hair, all because she's not as ratchet as you, not because she's not evil and vindictive as you, not because she got more money or whatever the fuck than you. This is why I tell you men, if need be, wash your hands and move on, because if not, you'll be just like John Mash, you'll be like Chad Reed, and you even will be like Stewart. You see what I'm saying? Because we will try to get our kids by any means, but unfortunately we run off our emotions and we're gonna be set up for failure while these motherfuckers get to live, maybe in jail, or they get off with self-defense. Let's continue.
Too, of hate and revenge, perhaps to achieve their ends.
No federal or state laws regulating parental alienation exist in the United States, but many believe the practice is child abuse.
It's something that's really got to stop, and it seems to become more and more of a pervasive problem over the last few years.
Kevin Hickey, a custody attorney of 21.
He said that now he's actually a friend on my Facebook page. I got a lot of fathers' right lawyers on my page. And he's a custody attorney. The thing about it is this shit been going on for a long time. He said in recent years that it's probably that it's been going on. This shit been going on for a long time. This shit has been going on for too fucking long. Now, maybe it got more worse in the last couple of years, but it's been going on for, like I said, it's been worse ever since it started. So don't think it just started in the last couple of years. This has been going on all these years. That's why a lot of y'all didn't see y'all father till y'all was grown, for real. Let's continue. Shout out to Kevin Hickey.
Over the last few years.
Kevin Hickey, a custody attorney of 21 years, alleges this was the case in Mast's situation.
And then obviously with John ended up being killed. It's as bad, about as bad as I've seen.
According to court documents, Mast's ex-wife's family accused him of child molestation, but the Nez Perce County Prosecutor's Office says he has never been criminally charged. KLEW searched previous states that Mast lived and did not find any criminal history relating to the allegations.
And if we stay silent on it, it's just going to continue to get worse and worse.
Eric Carroll says this is more common than you'd expect. He runs a podcast called Dad Talk, where he and Mast chronicled the custody battle.
Now, this brother right here is another friend of mine. I talked to him quite a few times on behind the scenes, and he's been involved in this way more than I have. He have talked to politicians, talked to legislators and everything else. He too is basically an alienated father trying to fight for his rights, baby mama terrorist, of course. And he do his podcast on Facebook. He do have YouTube, but it's really booming on Facebook. Got over 300,000 supporters, and he's been in the trenches, and he definitely try to get people to change the laws. And like I said, we talk sometimes behind the scenes. And he did a documentary on John Mast. So shout out to this brother also.
I haven't seen the kids in 2.5 months, in spite of a court order to try and get me involved in the kids' lives.
Now that was John Mast actually talking to him. He actually talked to him. He was talking to him when all this stuff was going on. He talked to John Mast's lawyer, and he talked to the lawyer after he was murdered. So they did a damn good documentary. It's on my page. I did the commentary on it. But I want you to see what Mr. She Hate Me. My mom stood between my dad and me and my siblings. I knew this stuff. I know this stuff exists. D'Angelo Bay said, I found out my mama alienated my father and lied to me my whole fucking life. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of y'all didn't realize that your mother was a baby mama terrorist until you found out the truth. You finally opened your mind and thought about it, or your father came with receipts and you saw for what it was. Unfortunately, there are a lot of children who get older and get grown, and even though they see it for what it is, they will still take up for this baby mama terrorist. Yeah, this is Talk Dad today. That's his channel. If y'all want to subscribe. Yeah, let's continue.
2.5 months, in spite of a court order to try and get me involved in the kids' lives.
He says John's story drew national attention, now prompting a vigil all the way across the country in Washington, D.C.
He was an advocate, and he spoke out about these injustices. So when this happened, it wasn't just an incident that you're hearing about on the news somewhere else in the country. It was someone we knew.
For John's family, his memory lives on in their new mission, His father says they've even found the strength to forgive.
We're healing, and even today, we urge each other, we comfort each other to forgive the people that did this.
I spoke with the family's attorney, who says they have full faith in the legal system as the investigation continues. A preliminary hearing for James Brashear is set in Nez Perce County District Court for April 14th at 1:30 p.m. He's entered a plea of not guilty to the first-degree murder charge.
Now, they said this did go national. Now, a lot of y'all probably didn't know nothing about it. Some of y'all know about it because y'all fathers' rights, y'all on Facebook, and also y'all see my commentary on this. But have you seen any laws change since they've been fighting? And it's been a national outcry for this. Washington, D.C., hell the fuck no. Number two, this is why I tell y'all to keep y'all veins cold. Ain't no motherfucking forgiveness as far as I'm concerned. I respect the father. I respect the whole John Mass family. I understand if you're talking on a spiritual aspect, because in the Bible and all the good books say forgive your enemy. But again, let God forgive. You don't. Now, if you saying you got to forgive on a spiritual level so you can move on and live, I agree. I agree. But if you talking about forgive and I ain't saying talking about no bygones be bygones, but talk about let the police hell no, ain't no forgiving. No. See, that's one thing we got to stop doing. All this turn the cheek this way and turn it that way. Fuck no. Do that mean go out and X them out the picture? Do that mean goes cause havoc and destruction and shit like that? No, not at all. No, not at all. But as far as you talking about some I forgive and all that shit, fuck you. But to each his own. Ain't no way around you killing my son, killing my father, killing my brother, and I'm supposed to forgive you and have mercy on your soul. Nah, bitch, you talk to God. This motherfucker's the opposition. They the ops, and that's all they ever gonna be. I don't give a fuck if they change their ways. I don't give a fuck if they ask for forgiveness. I don't give a fuck if they show their forgiveness. We always gonna be enemies. Even if the motherfucker go tell the kids, say, yeah, yo, daddy, everything I said was a lie, bitch, we enemies for life. And what I mean by that, you stay away from them, you don't talk to them, you don't negotiate with them, you pay your child support to the court system so they can pay her motherfucking ass and go about your business. That don't mean that you got to go X out anybody. What I mean is leave them alone. They don't exist. They evildoers. You give them their $100 in the blood and mouth and call it a fucking day. And goddamn, if your kids come back around and see for what it is, good. If not, then fuck them too, because they will come over here, manipulate and fuck with your household and set you up for failure and fuck up your livelihood, what you built to destroy you. That's the arsonist. So, like I said, you have no mercy on these bitches or these hoe ass niggas. You have no mercy on no baby daddy terrorists. You have no mercy on no baby mama terrorists. You definitely don't have no mercy on no simple forcer. So, like I said, you separate yourself from that shit and you tell your story, spread awareness, do what I do, anything else you need to do. This shit is real and it's never gonna change. That's why we have to change the laws in our mind, because they sent you all talking about please forgive, turn your cheek, turn the other way, and all this shit. And yeah, shout your mama, shout your daddy, and shout your family, and you supposed to forgive. Fuck that and fuck you. Now I see why they don't like me. I see why. I see why they don't have me. They don't really want to have me on their shows. I see now. I get it. But it is what it is when it comes to the truth. How my man said?
Truth is what it is.
True what it is. Shout out to Andrew Baker for the $10 donation. He said, yeah, there's no forgiveness for that. Keep up the great work. Shout out to you, my brother. Shit, nah, fuck that. This man got killed by the father, ex-father-in-law on purpose. He told I'll tell you, she told him to do that shit. Or when he told her what he was gonna do, she didn't say, nah, daddy, don't do all that. She was like, handle your business, pops. Handle your business. And no, she did not get charged. She did not lose custody. She still got custody. And the kids are still manipulated. And like I said, ain't nothing changed in the law called family court. Yeah, see, that's just one man gone out the record book. So they don't give a fuck. That's why I continue to do what I do. And that's why I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Not at all. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stay on for another 30 minutes. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Show your face. If you don't show your face, I ain't putting your ass on here. You're not gonna do the Lapeef Network move on me. And I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about this. And I want y'all to know, have y'all been in this type of situation with the simp enforcer? And how did you play it? Or if you said, or you end up going to jail because, you know, you beat his ass, self-defense, whatever. If you can't go too far in it, I understand. Or if you seen your father go through the same type of shit with your stepfather, maybe against your father or whoever, you know, simp enforcer, you know what I'm saying? I want to know, women, anybody, y'all was alienated from your daddy and the stepfather, the boyfriend, or whatever, or your son, he had a simp enforcer he had to deal with. I want to know. I definitely want to know. I want to talk, see what y'all think, and have y'all experienced this. I want to know. I didn't entertain it. She had a simp enforcer who was married. She was paying for it, and this dude, I knew him. This dude, you know what I'm saying? I realized that, you know, he caters to baby mama terrorists, and because he was raised by a baby mama terrorist, and his daughter was alienated from him, and she was showing him no respect, disrespecting him, fighting him, running away, fuck around older niggas and everything else. You know what I mean? So why would I be surprised that he sat with this bitch? You know what I'm saying? I actually believe that I didn't want to be a father and so on, even though he knew me. And this motherfucker tried to believe what that bitch say, but then he had got his dose of reality, and which I didn't give a fuck, because shit, you believe what you want to believe. But I didn't entertain no simp enforcer. He ain't run up on me, so wasn't nothing to worry about it. That's why I say protect yourselves at all costs. At all costs. Here's a link right here, y'all. If you want to chime in, you must show your face. If you want to come in, I also want to give a shout out to XL Pro for the $5 cash app. He says, beware the enemy. 100% facts. Now, I will say that the gender war, men and women, even especially black men and women, it is over. It's over. It's over with. Because I have no hope for that. Well, I'm concerned, it's over with. So, all right, it ain't no gender war. What it is me telling the men, black men, white men, Chinese men, and everybody, that you need to see life and see what's going on for what it is and have other options. Move around. Move around. Better yourself. Change the laws of your mind and be about yourself first. Ain't no fucking gender war as far as I'm concerned. I don't care what society put out there about the women war and all that. The only war that's going on is against our children who are being destroyed, manipulated, and ridiculed because ain't no father in the picture. See, that's the only war on children, because the innocent are getting put into dangerous situations, grown-up situations, and they'll be used as triggers and bombs and everything to destroy another party, which is the father. You can't make this shit up. What's up, Tola?
Hey, baby bro, what's going on, man? You know, I had to chime in on this.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on this?
Just chilling in the corridor. Fuck it. Yeah, man. This shit, I like the last time I was on your show, I told you, it's just heating up more and more, man. It's getting more. People lose lives to this shit now, man.
Uh-oh. I think you froze. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, my bad, man. You know, I work from home. Yeah, so yeah, this shit getting out of control. This is beyond. It's past bedtime. I said that already last time. This shit. Look, white boys getting killed by simp enforcing white. Come on, man. We black men, right? But that shit there look crazy, bro. It's like we gotta save the white man that put us in the mix now. I think we is only hope. The black man is the only hope for this shit. I'm telling you, man. Cause yeah, man, we on the come up, right? they kind of on a decline, and that's what I'm seeing from this show. That's what I'm getting from it. But when it comes to the wife that was so, it's like, come on, she didn't even. Oh, yeah, I guess after a while she started reacting, but come on, like that wasn't her first reaction. First reaction, like we were supposed, you know what I mean? She wasn't even acting like her dude just got popped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I know in the hood, in some hoods, like, niggas call that shit regular, but like, come on, like that shit just seemed a little suspect to me. Like she didn't even care about. She didn't even go to dude A. Yo, you ain't see nobody run over there like, oh shit, like why you shot him? Like, somebody call the fucking ambulance or something, like, you about to, you know what I mean? None of that. No, the regular reactions you would expect. If
Yeah.
like somebody just got popped right there in front of you, you know them. You know what I mean? We didn't, you know what I mean? We got history. We know each other. It's not like it's the first time I met you and I didn't even know this shit was gonna happen type shit. Like, man, look. Any more questions?
Yeah,
That shit.
everybody I showed is deceased. Everybody I showed is deceased. Yep, they all deceased, bro. But yeah, Ron said my homie told me his son can't come around until he gets older. He lied to the police with his baby mama Terry's mother. He's 7, but he don't trust him until he get older. That's what I'm saying. You don't have no manipulated ass kid around you, 8 or 6. I don't care if I mean, yeah, we know that the mother manipulated and caused the whole situation. But you got your shit going on, it's going good, and you gonna let this little motherfucker come to your house and fuck up what you got going on because all he or she gotta say is he touched me, he feel on me, he beat me, and all that shit. And guess what? How that shit go with Pac-Man? Is they gonna believe you or believe that kid? And you know the average gonna believe that kid.
Yo, I mean, I got a lot of stories, man. I'm not really trying to get into all of that. Come on, man. I'm 41 years. I've seen a lot of shit, bro. Like I've seen all of it, growing up and even to now. Like, matter of fact, like, I'll give you something, a fresh one. I know a nigga, right? The nigga is what you would pretty much call your run-of-the-mill simp enforcer. You know what I mean? Like, nigga always defending the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But then what I notice is that with the BMTs and the Karens and now Melanicias and all of that, right? When they done with the nigga, they toss him aside and come back right to me because, you know what I mean?
No, 100%.
Type shit. Huh?
100%.
Yeah. You know why? Because they know this is where the real, like, you know what I mean? If you want to be around a man, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, even though we clash, matter of fact, we don't clash. I shut you down. You know what I mean? And here I come to say that they ass Mighty Mouse ass motherfuckers and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? When a real man trying to tell these dumb modern bitches and hoes, yo, shut the fuck up and sit down, man. The generals and kings got work to do and you're just distracting me, man. You ain't helping. You're just distracting me. You know what I mean? Why are you talking to the women like that? Like, and they love it. The bitches love it. You know what I mean? It make them tingle. It is that animal magnetism that attracts them. You see what I'm saying? That's what these niggas don't get. You see what I'm saying? That's why after they create the chaos, you know why? Because after man, look, like after the dust settles or whatever and everything is said and done, eventually, because you know what I mean, the females realize a difference. Like they like, man, dude, weak as hell, man.
Yeah.
Like Tolos, Mr. Palm, you know what I mean? Who like niggas stand on his shit. He don't play games. He don't, you know what I mean? And you know, I gotta respect that. basically. It don't happen overnight because hoes are slow. You see what I'm saying? But they recognize as long as you stay solid, man, because you know what I mean, reality is it hits you eventually. So, you know what I mean? Know what it is, man.
Yes, sir, man. As always, brother, I appreciate you, man. I see you doing good, losing weight, man, and you've been around your daughter and stuff. That's what's up, man. I definitely appreciate you.
I got a lot going on right now, man. I mean, my daughter back with the baby. That was that was a good little time, but you know, that's because she wasn't vaccinated with the flu shot. So she got they was trying to expel her from her school. So, you know, I had to like we talking about. Eventually, even though I am one of those men who is alienated from my daughter's life. Even though sometimes you see me with her and I'll be, you know what I mean? You know,
Yeah.
but I don't see as much as you might think. I'd
I know,
love to play more often, but this year I had to get involved. Like, and that's what I'm trying to get I'll be on a lot of different dudes' page, and this is my message that you ask, like, look, man, y'all brothers who listening, man, because you got a nice thing going here, man, where brothers could understand. I'm sure your fans and your followers could understand, man. Look, man, apply this shit, man. Like, live by it, man.
Right.
Like, you know, really, for real, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, playtime over. Men are back, man. Just be a man. Do what come natural to you. If you feel right, don't agree with it, man. Make your yeses mean yes and your no mean no, man. And I'm out.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, my brother. Hey, this the piece of shit that shot and killed John Madden. I've got to show his face. This is the piece of shit, 67-year-old the ex-father-in-law who killed John Mass. Yep. 67 years old. Yep. That's who did it. That's who did it. Yep. 67-year-old James R. Brashear. Yep. That's the one. I didn't get to show y'all John Mass. Let me show you a picture of John Mass. Let me show you a picture. He was John Mass was only 40 years old when he was murdered. 40 years old. What's a picture? Good picture of him. While I'm doing that, I want to give a shout out to the kid's dad from 1999. He's out there in Texas. He said, "Donation Couch Gang. Keep up the fantastic work. Missed a few lives and court dates. You all appreciate it. Appreciate you, my brother. I do understand." He said, my man said, "Boomer simp." Yeah, he's something. Definitely something, man. Let me show you the picture. This is the picture of I don't know why I can't yikes, you look guilty. It's the biggest I can make it. Let me see. Okay. Shout out to the kid's dad. This is John Mass. He was 40 years old when he was exed out by the Simple Forcer father. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers, I told you, these Simple Forcers will set you up for failure. John Collins came in here. What video you talking about? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Unfortunately, a lot of fathers are being killed by these Simple Forcers, boyfriends, and these Simple Forcer fathers, these Simple Forcers, period. And you have to be careful when you trying to be a father. You saw one where he was murdered in Virginia, Stuart D. Jeffries, who was who dropped off his daughter. The baby mama tells his ex-wife stayed in the car, and the daughter went to the car, 8 years old, and here comes Simon Forster and kills him in front of the police. Then you see the one from Ohio. They didn't really talk too much about it, but it was a custody exchange, and after the custody exchange, later on that Sunday, here comes the Simon Forster boyfriend and asks him out the picture. Black guy. Then I'll show y'all about Chad Reed. I believe Chad Reed was 45, something like that. And he was going to get his son. And the baby mama Ted set him up to get X'd out by Kano. But I call him Kano. And that will be justified, and he's not going to do no time because it was stand your ground, setup move, big time. Not only that, the last one, John Mass, was murdered by his Simon Forster ex-father-in-law. And that baby mama Tez gave him the nod to X him out the picture, and he do time in jail, and she get full custody and have her kryptonites in her lives. And now she's married to the same dude that killed. Well, no, not that one. That baby mama Tez that had the father to kill John Mass. They didn't mention about her being married, so she'll have her kids. But we go back to Chad Reed. The man that killed him, the boyfriend, is now the stepfather to the two boys. And they got to watch him every day as stepdaddy, realizing that this is the man that killed their father. You just can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Not at all. So don't sit back and tell me that, oh, you black men complaining, it don't happen like that and all that bullshit. Shit been going on for a long motherfucking time. And like I said, I'm putting this out here for y'all to know what it is and how y'all move differently, man. We got my man Zone 864 TV up in the building. What's good, fam?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. You know, shoving all this snow and shit out there, man. I'm just I'm hating. Where you from, man? I forgot.
Yeah. I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Oh, man, yeah, you too, man. You got 60. Man, I ain't trying to hear you, man. You ain't got no snow. You ain't got snow. Man,
Nah.
Go on, man. Go on, man.
I came in, I heard somebody you was clowning somebody about Cali or something, like when I came into the lot. That was funny.
Yeah, man. Nah, man. It ain't cold. It's like 25 degrees, but we had all that snow.
That's cold.
Yeah, man. What's your take on this, man?
Yeah, so I caught the tail end of the live.
Okay.
You had me dying, man. I came in where you was calling the dude Kano. You was calling the dude Kano off Mortal Kombat. You were like, look at how he's standing.
Kano boy, he stand that proud like he should throw that hard up. Yeah, he looked at dude.
Yo, man, you had me dying, and then you playing the video, and then I'm hearing roosters and shit in the background, and I'm just like, this is like complete chaos, like a hot mess, man. Like,
hey, real talk. Even the roosters trying to warn him, man. They were trying to tell him, hey, go get the fuck out of here. I'm like, he said, fuck that, and dude, like, fuck you.
Yeah, man. But I mean, that situation from the few minutes that I saw, man, it's just such a sad situation, and you know, situations like that happen from a lot of us men that have too much female influence, you know, that we get raised by your mothers, your grandmothers, your aunties, stuff like that. Because men, you know, they teach you the opposite of that. You know, like I can honestly say for me, if it wasn't for my stepfather, I'd probably be the biggest simp ever. You know.
Okay, so you come on a different lane. Your stepfather actually raised you to be a man. He didn't do like these new stepfathers, because these new stepfathers, they get married for the wrong reason. They ain't about being no father shit. They just some whole.
Yeah, man, and not to get too much off subject, but yeah, my stepfather, I remember it's crazy you have the saying keep your veins cold because I mean I didn't know what he was doing until now. You know, like I would just look at him like he's just a tough guy, like he's just a rough, tough, harsh dude. But he was keeping his vein cold. But obviously, in the late '90s and early 2000s, you know, as a youngster, I'm not thinking about keeping your veins cold and all that. I remember one time him and my mom's they actually got into a little dispute, and next thing you know, like the cops came, he gone, and then a few days later he come back. You know, he taking all his stuff out the house, and then he went and got another house. Him and my mom was married, but he left the house and and bought another house on the up the street. So so you know it as a youngster trying to figure out what's going on is crazy, man. But yeah, man, that's the thing, man. We gotta as men, you gotta keep your veins cold. You gotta learn how to like you say, wash your hands. You know, it's you know, for me personally, you know, I got a daughter and she's 13 and I'm trying to enjoy life. And so, you know, somebody once told me the easiest the best I guess the easiest way to win a war is not to fight one. And that's the art of war. That's the art of war. You know what I mean? Like for a long time, like I would just, you know, try to if anybody did something to me, you know, I try to return that energy. But growing up and when you actually start accomplishing things and you have you know, things that you want to be, you got to learn how to play the game different. And you know, your life is not worth a baby mama terrorist. And you know, sometimes the children have to deal with the brunt of the problems. But if you know, if the universe works the way it should, when they get older, they'll be able to see the situation for what it is. And then you so you did the live was like about it was about a young dude that's like 33, right?
Yeah, that was Mr. That was Stuart D. Jeffries. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get to see that part of your live, but I'm 33, and it's crazy because I've been hearing a lot of stuff, a lot of like tragic stuff with younger people, young adults such as myself, you know, having these end of life experiences at 30, 32, 33, 34. So it's crazy because I know I'm not that up there in age, but it's kind of like it's like damn, you know what I mean? I look at life as a game and I try to play it strategically as I possibly can. And it just seems like, you know, a lot of common sense stuff that I wouldn't do. A lot of these young dudes is just, you know what I'm saying? They doing stuff that just don't make any sense. You know what I mean? Like if you get first of all, why why is the mother's boyfriend even handing your child to you anyway or something like that? That's something in a police parking lot. I would never do that. In fact, I would try to have it in a court order or whatever custody arrangement. Like when you drop my child off or whatever, you come alone. You're not even like that's because I think about stuff like that because I don't trust people. It'd be the closest people that do you in that you know try to get you messed up.
Yep.
And that's why I try to keep a small circle, man. It's just so crazy, so tragic, man. Seeing that, hear about that.
Yeah, 100%, bro. And that's what I'm saying, man. We have to take heed of that. And another thing is, like you just said earlier, not only do you have to you know, you can't trust people. You gotta watch out and shit like that. But even for you brothers that um dealing with a woman who got a child and she's a good woman and she you know she's not the piece of shit baby mama terrorist, you don't intervene with that father. If he ain't destroying the house, he ain't beating your wife or your significant other up, then ain't nothing to get involved. But if it's something pertaining to the kid, let them handle that. That ain't got nothing to do. That don't have nothing to do with you. Don't intervene because you could be in some shit that you didn't realize what was really going on because she's telling you one thing and then you know it's really something else. And then you fuck around and be dead, locked up in jail while she off to the next nigga. Yeah, see, that's another thing. Just in case, because I mean, like I said, I can't say all single mothers are the worst. It's just majority of them. You got some that did the oopsie or whatever and learn, and they see it for what it is. We seen them on the panel with Lapeep show, who say don't be glorified by single mothers. So I can't sit back and say all, but the majority of them, I tell you, what Muhammad Ali said a long time ago. He said, if there's some good snakes out there, when you open that door, there's a whole bunch of snakes. Why would I chance going there trying to find that good snake? I just stay away from all the motherfuckers. So I get it.
Facts. And if I could just say one more thing, like I caught a little bit of the review that you did when you were on the show yesterday too. Like the reason that the situation is the way it is, how like it is with fathers in America versus the rest of the world, because I did some studying and a lot of these other countries, when it comes to child support and how these fathers get to be a part of their children's lives, it's not the same as America at all. Like, if anything, fathers actually have more privilege and laws in their favor overseas, and the reason why we don't is because of because of capitalism, because of that industry. In China, it's a communist government, but it's a communist government, but socialism is a heavy part of the structure of that government, meaning that they don't allow a lot of women to be up in the government like that. They don't allow a lot of women to hold prominent positions. They don't allow women to have a say so in a lot of things over there, and that's I'm pretty sure it's for good reason. And see, a lot of the social burden over there in China is placed on the men, meaning over here, you can raise your child and put your kid in the best schools and everything, and they still want to throw a football or bounce a basketball. Overseas, their social structure is more so of lineage, education, business, things of that nature. That is what determines your status. And so that's why a lot of men are able to actually be in control of their destiny when it comes to raising their family and being a part of their children's lives. Over here, it's capitalism, and then everything else falls under that. So that is that's the main reason why the child support situation is so messed up here in America. And the same way that we vote for president and vote for these politicians, the same way, where it was an issue where if you were a trans person or whatever, there was laws went into effect that say you can't stop this person from going into a bathroom at X, Y, and Z. But why can't we get some type of situation where it's like the child support system is a problem, so we need to get that fixed. The same way you let this man go in this women's restroom, then we as fathers, we should be able to get stuff in our favor to make it easier for us to be a part of our child's lives without outside interference. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's all I gotta say about that.
You know what? You're right about shout out to Edgar Edgar D. He said, I just subscribed the first time here. Shout out to you, my brother. Appreciate you. And I was just going to say it, but Chief Rocker beat me to it. He said, outside of modern Western countries, societies are ran by the patriarchy. So all the ones that's European, yeah, they child support system is just as bad as the United States. I told y'all the UK is $48 billion in family court. Canada, alienation. Even in Brazil, third world country, child support and the alienation that goes on there. So you got, if you go to a certain country, you gotta find, well, the Middle East don't have them problems, and right. China don't have them problems. You gotta do your due diligence to find out which country deal with child support has ran, because Japan has child support, and for what I was told, that you'll get screwed if you're an American man going over there and you get a woman over there knocked up, they will keep you out the picture. So I don't know if it's just for American or foreign men, or that's for all men. I'm not sure. So you definitely got to know and learn what law is what, depending on where you go. You know that. But you're right though. For the most part, United States, everybody else, man, shit. Especially United States is the worst of the planet.
That damn capitalism.
Right.
Devil.
Yeah, it's all about the money. Christopher Daly, now he's over there. Now he's talking about the European country. Christopher Daly is from one of the European countries. And he said, we're overseas because I'm here in Scandinavia. I know I ain't saying it right. He said fathers have regularly rights to their children, especially overseas fathers. They rarely, if ever, get shared custody, let alone full custody. Yeah, he's in the European country. So yeah. He's talking about like China. He's talking about like Iraq and all that, Middle Eastern Muslim countries. They ain't got the problems.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man. My daughter, she goes to a regular public school now. But from the time she was, let me see, from the time she was 4 until basically she was 13, I had her going to a science academy, and it was a charter school, and 95% of the students that went to that school, they came from Iraq. They came from India. That school was funded and ran by Middle Easterns, Afghans, Egyptians, and the way they don't wear they don't wear regular Western clothes, and it would just amaze me at how much like the men in that culture are respected, how much the men in their culture, they were able to check their women if they said something that they didn't like. I got to experience like a lot of culture and just the way that the Middle Eastern society is ran. And in the Middle Eastern culture, they don't play because they're when it comes to Ramadan, like stuff like that, those kids are out of school. They don't even go to school during Ramadan and stuff like that. Like, I mean, the practices when it comes to certain things happening to the women if they break their laws or whatever, like it's real. So that culture, that culture is completely different and obviously not westernized. So
Oh, not at
yeah.
all. Not at all. I want to give a shout out to Marie. She says from Jamaica, just subscribe. Blessings. Yeah, it could be bad out there in Jamaica because I know a lot of shout out to you, Marie. A lot of Jamaican sisters that come over here that live in New York say how bad it is. I don't know if it's necessarily a child support system, but a lot of they say they coach. Well, I'll tell you one thing, they culture out there is different from the culture here. See, I say that. Juice says, "Is the problem of this same shit happened to me as I got it on recording, and ain't shit happened." Side note, my baby mama Terry's boyfriend is a dyke bitch. Yeah, you gotta watch out for the sipping force. You gotta watch out for the sipping force of alphabet because the sipping force of alphabet will try to do just as much. You gotta watch out for them too because they're rainbow your ass. So you gotta watch out for them just like they some dude on the block. No difference because they want to be one. So yeah, if you got that, man, email that to me. I'd be happy to talk about that. We got my man Game of Lives Matter, the bailiff. What you guys say, my brother?
Yeah, can you hear me clearly for one thing?
I hear you clearly. What's
All
the
right, cool.
when you in Tennessee?
Oh, it's raining. I got my Nashville hot chicken sandwich wet when I was on my way to the house.
What's the temperature?
About 50 degrees.
Man, fuck you too, man. How the fuck y'all?
Hey, look here, motherfucker. I didn't have no problem. Look, I didn't call to be here, motherfucker. I was just here.
Nah, fuck that. What's up, bro?
No. This shout out to y'all, man. Zone TV said it best, man. I can't follow up to that, man. That was a good dialogue right there. I just came on here for like Miss Vegan for Life and others. When you want to come on the show, man, don't be shy. You can come on here, man. Shoot, I ain't no perfect YouTuber. Most guys or women that come on this show, you know what I'm saying? We just want to speak the truth. Like right now, I ain't even got nothing important to say right now, but I'm just on here to just let people know, man. If you can, just come up here, tell your story. I dropped the link and I dropped the email. If you don't want to come up here and share your story on here live, you could just drop it to Judge Palmer, man. Like, don't be nervous. Just get your word out. That's about it, man.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I appreciate you, my brother.
Yeah, ain't no problem. And I didn't like that motherfucking Kano got a flawless victory on that goddamn fatality either. I didn't appreciate that shit.
No, I don't like it either. But I'm trying to keep it real. Like when these baby mama tears try to lure you so the civil force could X you out, you ain't going to jail and she's still in custody. So
Yeah. Do you think the rooster was part of the friendship mentality, or what was that about?
nah, they in Texas in the South, they do some farming and shit, and the rooster was there making noise. But I'm just, just saying, you don't let these baby mama tears lure you by running your emotions. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I don't want to see men going to jail or getting X out the picture because you run off your emotion, because what's gonna happen is you'll be another man that's lost into the dust. And we need more men out here, strong men out here who can help spread awareness and try to fight this battle so we can teach our future not to go through the situation, or even guys that's currently going through the situation. And even teach the women that know what's up about this. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I talk to women who like, man, I'm gonna go over there and beat her ass. Nah.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
it ain't work.
Well, I'm gonna go and get up out of here. I'm gonna get back in the chat. I'm gonna drop that link so y'all can hop on the show if you need to. Don't be shy. Palmer, he ain't no goddamn. He ain't gonna bite you. He
Well,
might tell you fuck you, depending on where the weather is.
as I talk $40, after I talk to PA, man, I'm out of here. I'm gonna get back on.
Yeah. Okay, well, cool. Well, next show, if he sends up the link for the next show, join, man. This is it's simple, man. I ain't gonna say the right terms. I might stir my words a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We're not perfect, but if you want to get on here and tell a story, we'll be right behind you, Palmer and the jury of the chat, man. Don't be scared to come up here and speak your truth. Other than that, man, I'm out, man. You got it from here, Judge.
All right, bro.
What up, man?
Hey, what's up, bro? How you been, man?
I've been pretty good, man. Hey, y'all was speaking about these guys getting in trouble. Thanks for having me up, though. But y'all speaking about some of these brothers getting in like these dire situations. What about that dude in Texas that went to pick his son up, and the mother's new divorced husband shot him right there in the daggone happened in Lubbock, Texas.
Oh, the one I just posted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what about it?
I mean, he shot him right there, man. Like, and it's crazy, bro. And then it's been a couple of them, like where the dude pulled up to see his child, and then the baby mama either have her new boyfriend, dad, or some sucker that she done hyped up. Be
Yeah.
right there when y'all trying to exchange. And it's crazy they do it in front of the child, like right there at the exchange. It's crazy they always do it.
That's what I'm saying. They don't love their children, because why would you want to X out the other party, the other parent out the picture, and then you do it in front of your child? I'll tell you, they don't love their children. I'm telling you, don't ever believe any different. Never.
It's like they trying to traumatize them to the point where they'll block their daddy out their mind from trauma or something.
Yeah.
It's almost like that's what they're trying to do. So they're trying to traumatize them so bad that the child is blocked the whole thought or the father out. And that's a sad world to be.
It is. You taking away a child's innocence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So have you ever been through a situation like that? With the baby mama terrorist boyfriend or husband or whatever? Have you ever dealt with something like that or not?
Well, my current baby mom, I got into it with her dad.
Okay.
Me and her dad got into it. I got to explain to baby mama. You know what I'm saying? Me and her dad got into it because me and her were getting into it. She ran back to his house, well, her parents' house. It's all good. And so I go over there to get my kid, talk to my baby mom. And of course, he got some choice words for me, and they get, the situation gets heated. The next thing you know, there's like 8 to 10 cops pulled up looking at you because her father should have let you have the conversation with his daughter. Because that's how I look at it. If your daughter was woman enough to go out here and get pregnant behind your back, there's nothing you gonna really say to that guy's face. Like if she can walk out your house and get pregnant, don't be mad when that same dude come back to your house, cause she drug him there. So now you got a problem.
Right. Right. 100%. Yeah. It's unfortunate. That's what happened with John Mass. That her father, she basically had her father, or she sanctioned for him to go out and kill him, and he just go to jail. He was 6, 7 years old. Probably felt like I ain't gonna live too long. Fuck it, put me in jail. You gonna give me 30, 40 years. I ain't gonna be that long. You know what I'm saying? And she's like for the team, you know. But it's sad. It could be somebody's father that's a simple enforcer instead of being about what's right or even trying to at least see what's going on.
And the crazy thing about it is, majority of the time, there's a protective order out, and that protective order out is mainly against the father. So he can't even own any type of protection or real weaponry. Whole time, her whole family, her family, her new nigga, the nigga that like her, the nigga that want to give her money, every single one of them more than likely can have a conceal and carry. And you sit around there trying to fight for your kid, they make you like the bad guy. You can't even buy a damn pocket knife looking ass.
Yeah, because if they put you in jail, you know what I'm saying, give you an F on your report card, a felony, then you definitely
Mhm.
can't conceal carry. You know what I'm talking about? And I mean, now don't get it twisted. Some people get a gun anyways. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not finna snooze, so I get it. But you know,
I ain't gonna talk about I ain't gonna talk about that, but I ain't gonna it is what it is, but
yeah, it is what it is. I get it for sure. You know what I mean? But I mean, I just want us as men to be careful and also uh be not reactors. You know what I mean? Okay, Juice say send me the video. So anything else, brother? If I get
oh,
back, I'm
that's
getting
all I
my
that's all I had. I know I had one more thing. We
okay.
used to have it pretty good in this country. But like he was kind of hitting on something when he was talking about the whole government, socialism, capitalism, all that. Because when men initially had custody of their kids, there was no such thing as child support. But what happened is men started traveling to do work, commerce, but they were always sending money back to their kids, whether they were still with a woman or not. They were still sending money back to their kids. Problem is the government got hit with that, and they got in the middle of that. They said, "Hold up, she's the conservator now of those kids, and he can
Right.
still send that money, and we can be in the middle of it." That's what happened, bro. We had it good, but having to make money and having to provide a living, just we stopped minding our own business and we started making money not in our own backyards, but down the street and in the next state and in the next country. And the next thing you know, we fucked up.
Right, 100% facts. You ain't never lied, bro. You know what I mean? But it's all about like Zone said, capitalist, money, dollar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but thanks for having me up, bro. Thanks for having me up.
All right, for sure. Hey, do business in the background. You ain't completely in. It says you're not connected. Do business tracking on, but device is not connected, bro. You in the background, but you behind the scenes, but you ain't in the you ain't connected. But yeah, man, that's what I said. This shit is real, man. And that's why I just want to let y'all know. And they so quick to say, just talking about when it comes to the black community. Oh, y'all just the only one whining, and Zaddy's alpha, and he don't have them problems. You a motherfucking lie. You a motherfucking lie. Shit, who you think been going through this shit in the beginning? It wasn't us. Shit. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Definitely crazy. I'm gonna wait a few moments for you to try to get in, bro. If not, then I'm getting my ass back on the couch, run for my child support. Then I go back and shovel the snow while y'all motherfuckers sit in the sun and shit. I'm hating, man.
Yo, man, if I don't know why people, especially younger people, like if you're under 50, y'all need to just come out west, man, because ain't nobody got time for no snow. And man, y'all just need to go ahead and do it, man. Coming out west is one of the best decisions I
Well,
ever made.
I said if I was to move, I go to Nevada. I go to Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
Anywhere. Anywhere, just
I'm used
like.
to it. Though. It didn't bother me. I'm just talking about shit. But I said when I get older, I was gonna get another property somewhere. So I was looking at Nevada. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people go to Florida, but I can't be around them hurricanes. So I rather. I never been to Arizona, but I say I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
But Nevada, I like how it is out there. I think it's a hustler's come up. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
I'm not a gambler, so I ain't gotta worry about me splurging my money and I spend my mortgage and all that shit. So, it's good. I want to give a shout out to Escobar for the $10 cash app. He says, continuing my long time support. You sure have, brother, and I appreciate you to the fullest. Yes, sir. Yeah, what you say, brother?
Oh, I was gonna say real quick. I appreciate you letting me on the show, and I'm trying to build my YouTube and social media presence too. So if y'all can y'all want to follow me on Instagram or something like that, you can find me at Zone.
You can pre, but put your link in the chat and email me also, brother. But let them know how to reach. I didn't know you had a. You might tell me in the background because some of y'all who become on Instagram, I see a different name. I won't know, and then it's IG. So yeah, let me know. Yeah, I come from IG.
Yeah. It's just it's simple. It's the same screen name, Zone 864 TV on IG. I only got like 20 subscribers or followers or whatever. So it's a newer page, and then same thing on YouTube. So like you, I started doing my thing on Facebook a while ago, but then I kind of
Nah, for sure, man. Well, still, I know it's simple, but put it in the box so you know what I'm saying. They can still see it. I ain't around with that, man. I ain't like these other funny acting ass motherfuckers. So it's all good, brother. But if you you can email me. We could definitely talk. You know what I mean?
Sir. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the chat, but I'm gonna go ahead and roll out. Appreciate you for letting me on.
All right, for sure, my brother. I appreciate you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Ms. Vegan said, Mr. Palmer, Florida for a few years only been through hurricane. Yeah, I know, but shit. I know. I ain't been to Miami yet. I've been to Fort Lauderdale. I've been to Orlando, even though Fort Lauderdale is right next to Miami. I've been to Tampa Bay. I never went to Miami and kicked it. I said I'm gonna do that this year. But I'm not gonna hold y'all no long. All I want y'all to do is see it for what it is. They've been telling y'all that this don't exist, this don't happen to white men, and this ain't really what it is. They don't want to talk about it. They're not gonna put it out here unless it's a real national outcry. It's really a big story. Society's not gonna put it out there. Social media put it out there, but even that only goes so far. You know what I'm saying? I just want y'all to be prepared of what's really going on, and we got to have other options. We have the right to have other options, and anything you got to do better, improve as a man or even a woman, you do that shit. So, like I say again, brothers, don't run off your emotions. Don't let no baby mama test set you up for failure because that's their A game. Set you for failure. They will use your child who's manipulated to set you for failure. Don't fall for none of that shit. Keep the veins on ice cold, Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero cold. And definitely learn from these 4 situations when it comes to these civil forces. They worse than the baby mama test because they will go out and do the evil deed. Baby mama test do the blueprints. See, they dumb, but they not dumb when it comes to strategizing and trying. The end game just never end the way they wanted to. But unfortunately, when they got these civil forces, whether it's the father, the boyfriend, the new husband, they will be able to use it. So on that note, I'm gonna let Denzel Washington speak for Malcolm X for anybody that thought different.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray.
Christmas.
Now, I know quite a bit of y'all are pissed off. So I'm gonna let y'all get a little laughter from my man Clifford Burns. See, Clifford Burns didn't have that problem. Clifford Burns had a problem, and he decided to go far left. He didn't say today was a day, but he said he was gonna X out his baby mama Tez. I got you, Dubin. I see you back there, and I'm gonna let y'all at least have a little smile on y'all face before we get off. Go ahead, Clifford Burns. Speak your piece.
Christmas Eve, and they're calling my lawyer for 2 payments, telling him there's a warrant going out for his arrest. Where does he live? I got a fucking apartment in the post office box because I don't want people bothering me anymore.
Yeah, no matter what go on, he would definitely put a smile on your face. What's going on, bro?
How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, man. Happy New Year's to you.
Hey man, happy New Year to you and all the rest of the brothers. You know what I'm saying, down with the couch gang. You know, shout out to Mr. Palmer, Shot Town in the house. But
Yes.
hey man, I just wanted
Where
to
you
holler
at,
at you
bro?
right quick.
Where you at? Nah, before we talk, where you at?
You said
Where you at?
I said I'm in Birmingham. I'm in Birmingham. I'm in Birmingham.
How's the weather?
It's kind of sometimes it's kind of cold, then it go back down, then it go back up. So the lowest it get probably by like at nighttime it'd be like 36, 32 degrees.
Oh, okay. Well, I won't talk
Then
about
and in the
Yeah. All right. Well, I ain't gonna hate on you because your weather's similar to mine. You ain't got that Cali and
it get
Arizona.
hot down here though, but
I know, but I'm talking about now. I'm talking about today in the winter. Goddamn it.
Oh no.
Okay,
Oh no.
man. What's your
not that that Arizona and that. Oh no. Nah, I mean I seen the story you was talking about, but I seen that story before. So what story was you talking about today? Because I mean I was watching the show, but you said it was it a white man that shot the young brother, the 36-year-old dude, or that was you was talking about?
Yeah, Chad Reed. Yeah, that was two other stories I talked about. So, yeah, I showed a video. I did this a while back, but I wanted people to know that these civil forces come in all colors, and every man got to be careful when it comes to a baby mama terrorist and they civil force. And I let them see a little clip it of two white dudes, John Mass and Chad Reed.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that. I thought you was talking about a news story because
Well,
there's always some crazy stuff happening all the time. So
the news story was the one in Virginia with the 30-year-old Stuart D. Jeffries. He was murdered dropping his daughter off at the police station. He was killed by the new boyfriend civil force. So that was the story in the beginning. Then I was showing other
that's
examples.
the one that's what I wanted to holler at you about.
It happened this month.
Oh man, that's damn.
Yeah.
Damn, that's sad, man. Because there'd be so many stories you can't catch all of them. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm glad you be doing them.
Yeah. A lot of people they
I mean, I know it's towards the end of the show, man, and
yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that they didn't really put it out there. They didn't even talk about it like that, bro. I looked around, tried to see other stories. Nah. So that's why I want to put out there. For one, it just happened, and two, that this happens often. They try to sweep it on the rug. Go ahead, brother. Speak your piece, man. I know you when you come on here, you come to speak your piece.
Yeah, well, out of respect to you, I always, try to maintain professionalism. So I try not to go too hard. But I mean, we just gotta, dudes, man, we just gotta. I don't know what we need to do, because I mean, it no matter what you do, it just seems like it ain't never right. So you open one door, then you got another door. You know what I'm saying? You got to get through, then another, and another. So it's like, at this point, what do you do? It's just too confusing, man.
Wash your hands and stay away from the motherfucker.
Personally, it just breaks me down, man. But
I say,
ain't nothing else you can do. That's all you can do.
Right. Wash your hands and walk away. That's all you can do. Because, like you say, if you try to change this lane, they come over there and fuck that up. You go that lane, yeah, damn right. And it's gonna fuck up your livelihood. Wash your hands and walk away. Yep.
Yeah, because I mean, but before I go though, I just want to tell you, like, I'm kicking it with this chick that stay in the A in Atlanta, and I'm saying she a good woman and all that, but she got flaws though. She got women got everything we need as as men for for both of us to get along and build each other up, but a lot of these chicks just don't get it, man. They really don't. So you already know what's gonna happen with that. It ain't gonna last long.
Yeah, I was gonna say it ain't gonna last long. And hopefully you don't entertain it. You just cut that shit off. Ain't no sense of prolonging it.
Yeah.
If you see it ain't gonna change.
Yeah, all she wanted to do.
Go
ahead. Yeah. Now I'm getting the backlash because of the computer. But all she wanted was some all she wanted to do was just get smashed, bro. That's all she want. She just want to get smashed, and that's it.
Then
so what else are you good for?
Nothing.
Exactly.
So that means when you get tired of that, you tell her to go on about her business.
Yeah, I hope I ain't got to change my phone number because once you give it to them that one time, they start blowing your phone up. So
you right, but you
but everything cool though, man. I just wanted to holler at you, big dog.
Man, I appreciate
Oh yeah,
you for blocking.
absolutely.
Block. All right, bro. You dirty. You be careful on the road,
Hey
bro.
man, hey man, that's one love to you, man. I'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Yes, sir. All right, peace. Yeah, shout out to Miss Vegan for life for the $5 donation. Appreciate you, my sister. And that's another thing. If you see she got all these flaws, you know you ain't gonna marry her. You know you ain't gonna have a serious relationship with her. Cut her ass off. Ain't no sense even prolonging that shit. I don't care how good it is. It ain't worth it because that will also show that you have discipline and that you're not talking about how that shit go. That ass though, right? Yeah. So I hope y'all definitely learn from this situation. And I hope y'all learn about how these baby mama terrorists act in all forms, all colors, doesn't make a difference. And know that the media is not gonna put shit like this out here. But if you X out one of these baby mama terrorists, the news gonna have it all over the world, all over the United States, and domestic violence at an all-time high, black women getting killed every 6 hours, a lot of bullshit. Yeah, they not gonna talk about men. They don't give a fuck about men. So that's why I say when men like my man Clifford do his business.
Christmas Eve, and they're calling my lawyer for 2 payments, telling him there's a warrant going out for his arrest. Where does he live? I got a fucking apartment in the post office box because I don't want people bothering me anymore.
Then they'll do an inside edition and they'll put all on own channel. They'll put it on feminist channels, all these news medias and outlets and shit. And when somebody else come out, do the J Black and say today's the day, they say he's a coward, weak. And you have these sipping forces on YouTube say the same shit, but tell you don't feel for these type of women, but take up from them at the same time. Yeah, you're not gonna get the same treatment that you do when you're murdered by a baby mama terrorist sipping forcer. So yeah, everybody tune in. I'm glad y'all tune in. The shit is real. Hit the like button, subscribe, tell me what y'all think. Tomorrow at 2:00 p.m. we're gonna talk about the DJ Academic situation where Tasha K did an interview with 2 of these runners who allegedly said that Academics is broke, he ain't got no money, and he offered them drugs and try to stick the finger up the butt or get their finger up their butt, allegedly. And I'm gonna show you why I tell you these baby mama terrorists do anything to get some attention, even if it make them look stupid, bad, worthless, nasty, and bums. And you're gonna see DJ Academic's reaction, and you're gonna see they interview from Tasha K. You just cannot make this shit up. And I want y'all to realize that this is why we can't jump the gun and say, yeah, this bitch telling the truth, because these bitches do anything to make another man look bad and be destroyed. That's why it's good to investigate and find out first and hear both sides. So on that note, these baby mama terrorists, all 4 of them who caused this murder for all these 4 brothers are guilty. And these sipping forces are definitely guilty. And on that note, all 4 of them should get locked up in jail cells like this. How that shit go? And while they up in that jail cell, all 4 of them should get the Machine Gun Kelly. Father baby mama terrorists, they should be tortured for life. So I'm Mr. Palmer, and this conversation is over. Fuck child support. Peace. Baby mama terrorist. Yeah. BMT.
It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coke. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups.
Riding around, try to play the role as innocent with an evil soul. In public, wearing fake halos. Behind closed doors, she rocked them horns. I moved on, she wanna teach me a lesson. Can't see my kids, man, I'm stressing. Couldn't see my son to give me his present. She got married to teach me a lesson. Telling people she did nothing wrong. Knowing that well since I moved on. Thought that money would keep me home. Hell no, bitch, I'm gone. I don't know what you lost your mind. Try to say my name, but I know your kind. Saying I'm a deadbeat, bitch, you lying. Fighting in court, man, I'm trying to be a father to my kids. She focus on the wrong shit, worried about another being instead of us co-parenting. Put my kids in grown folks' business, telling them lies, bitch, you wicked. Split personality, oh yeah, you twisted. Never thought I'd go through this.
It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in coat. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Truth is what it is.